fighting not only against the Nigerian government, but against the world.
If you do not believe in what we are doing, then you better get out. We're not going to stop.
Going to lower the flag of Nigeria and raise the flag of the United States of Biafra.
Natulaje bano mabuli vemelem. Kuja. Atibe kwa natulane bovo. Imalugo no godo kokodo nyano be hule. Dani mo natulilu. Naya kalakana kwa lerinu mwangulu. Ngula matali waso jere futa mbaka njuba diali. Mama abulezi okwenu. Na baka la kelu egonezi enwe. N'ụbọchị akala kelu ego n'udezi. Maka na baba n'ụwa aralu n'unuteyi. Ụmụ Biafra kunyenwe. Ụmụ Biafra kunyenwe. Unanukwani mono nuno mono nezi biakenenwe. Ono nenu lira tono na nagulugu seji tono nugu banataye. Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo. Makana njuko no 1 million we bofu wa mabulezi okwe. Naka ni kwata milake pa waja sienyi ka kesu ezo pabule be walo tamano. Mo Biafra kuyenwe. Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo. Makano fobi abakama. Na nugo no way. Biafra na mekele ununina. Nkabo nkani. Mwadati na itele wanyi biakeneli. Akwage bulu kwekene na fandi otu Biafra is our hope. And the Biafra is our religion. Nkodi na wata chieza muno bibu onye iwere. Wesi ya kene rugio. Adubagwo chukwo. Ikemba one of Biafra land mongwem. Adawune ya kala ya dike. Mafondi mojiri diebu bebya debi temele mongwem. Amuzigodo kweji mali bonine. Adagweji malo Biafra miya. Adumegwo chukwu. Papa gisi kene logi Philipu Efyong. Abuzikwa nwoke kwuloku wekusi okwu si na Biafra ekunye. Na ya bụ Biafra ya tolugo wenata. Na bụrụ na ya bụ Biafra ekunyigo. N'ọkụ ọgụli nwata n'aka na ele. Abagisi kene logo onye ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Amadike Biafra kedebe n'olike. Amadike Biafra bialulo.
She has no jurisdiction to try me. None whatsoever. I came out of
Abagi bo foye tilindilo mbadangula
accused
unis.
from my case. and cannot try my case. There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not know. It is my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you today. Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I sent a petition to the Biafrans for personal gain. Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges. They told them this is what happens. Nobody wants to do it. That's the problem. They sent her to my case. So the
Biafra government in they know na exile cabinet me no no ano ekene unu jisinu ikene na tukuna ndana ya gba unu ba baka no ya solo bi aya to kai maluge nu yi jisinu ikene Canelo Mondi Biafra Revelation Army Umuchukwu the angels of Biafra and the great oracles of Biafra Let's go about home. I say, can I the Prime Minister H.E. Mazi Simon Webber? I was in Quaba to be the best. I tried a little more Biafra. I don't got your temper with it now. I just show you, you will not see. Yes. Mweji mwangu kojilo sinodilo kasojilo yatiji sojilo wewalaso Ametele fubasi ayele Muzikwe wabatobi Ogada gididi kebya nunu Mweji wala niyo Kujine chukunye ndi Biafra na nunu Nuna beke nege I say more than Biafra in the number. I say no, I don't know in the number. Mandaya na bono no utela ni welien. Mandaya na bono no long way. Makana bona boke kwena bonike. Moya na no moya no. No before the belly, a good legacy will last forever, my believe, and in remembrance of my bless you.
As I do welcome you, as always, I will ask you to welcome those around you. I welcome you by saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, because unlike any other, this very broadcast, simulcast on multiple platforms this very day, morning, noon, or night, depending on where you are, is being relayed right across the face of this very planet Earth. A lot of people are watching, a lot of people are listening, and many of you will be blessed as a result of it. And as I do welcome you, please endeavor, or should I say, try to welcome other people as well. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over the world, the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, a servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. Regardless of where you are, as I said earlier, we are welcoming you, and we are going to pray as it is customary for us to do here. Once again, I welcome each and every one of you, and before we proceed, we are going to pray. As it is usual with us here on this platform, we pray because we are nothing without the Almighty. We are going to offer praise and adoration to Him as always, and I will, of course, should I say, unfailingly pray in the language of heaven. Some may misunderstand, some of them may try to misconstrue, but one thing is certain right now, in the presence of the Almighty God, Elohim, Adonai, El Shaddai in heaven, the angels are singing, worshiping, and praising the Most High with the very oldest language on the face of this very earth, the Igbo language. And that's how I'm going to pray. Ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ ime ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye ọbụla na ya na-achị, onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi, onye ọbụla na ya bụ ọkaka. Ụbọchị ene ka anyị na-etuga eze ebube dị ngọzi, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ, ndị gboo wee tuo oge ebighị ebi. Onye nwe m, ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe nara ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha site n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ, nna nke ebere dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-asị na onweghị ihe ọbụla nke anyị onwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anụkpa ahụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ. Ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ, maka na okwu nsọ gị na-adịghị ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi. N'ihi na okwu gị niile ga-abịarịrị na mmezu. Ọbịa mere Biafra ga-eji wee bịa na mgbe nke anyị. Anyị wee na-akpọkụ uwe na-arịọ gị na-asị, lekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka o metụta gị n'obi. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe, biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt kwetu wee wezuga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbe ekwensu bụ zuu nke mmadụ dị ndụ kere. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị niile anyị ga-ekele ha nsọ gị, wee nye gị nsọpụrụ n'ụtụ na eji ama mgbe niile. N'ihi na anyị enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị, anyị onwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị. Ọbịa mere iji wee na-agọzi nzọmụkwụ anyị niile. Ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa mgbọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile, anyị anaghị atụ egwu mmadụ dị ndụ. Anyị wee na-eto gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, sị gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka. Ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị na-efe nwa anyị akpụ isi ala nye, ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu. Anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ija mma, na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile ka kasisi wee baa ha ọnụ, ha wee daa hapụghị ikuni ọzọ. Obodo ekwensu bụ zu ala nwekwa n'iyi eze ebube dị ngọzi. Anyị onwe anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkọ ha nsọ gị, na-asị na enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, wee na-eto gị, na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana nwee onye kere na n'otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile site n'ebighị ebi, mara ebighị ka a na-arịọ gị. Ise ise ise. Having handed over our proceedings to heaven, we must therefore proceed unfailingly and very speedily to preach this very gospel that we have been mandated to preach this very day, because heaven and earth will bear us witness
that there was a genocide against the Biafra people.
Right.
The who were trying, the Igbo people who were trying to form an independent nation of Biafra. They wanted to be separate from the country that the British Empire had imposed on us, which was this country of Nigeria, where they kind of took a bunch of independent nations who don't have anything to do with each other, don't even speak each other's language, don't relate. Many of them were even enemies and warring at the time. Smushed them all together and drew these arbitrary lines around them and called them countries and named those countries.
Right.
And then said, now y'all get along and do a country for us and be a union for us. And then go through, contentious, bloody independence processes that never really yield any real independence. You're still part of a commonwealth afterwards.
True.
And you have the eternal meddling in your affairs and the eternal extraction of your resources. And the eternal fomenting of divisiveness and infighting in order to be able to control you. This is what an oppressor does, a colonizer does. These are tactics and strategies of dominance.
Right.
We were subjected to that as a larger unit of Nigeria. And then when the Igbo people said, we want our own thing, let's go and do that. Well, it so happened to be that the territory that this new country of Biafra was going to be in included very, very rich oil reserves. And the British were not going to let go of that.
Wow.
And the people that they had put in power, you know, that their puppet Nigerian governments weren't going to do that either because they needed it for the Nigerian project.
Right.
And Britain needed.
Before, Southern Sudan fought a war for 30 years, 30. Our own was only 3 years, only our boss. 3 years only, everybody ran away. Only 3 years. We don't want to build men that at the slightest sight of difficulty, they run away. We want to weed out all the chaps. We need those that can sustain, those who are relentless in the pursuit of our freedom until our freedom comes. No retreat and no surrender. How do you get them?
Buying and selling has put us into wait and take business in anything we want to do. Whatever that will take us time, we don't want it again.
Nobody wants
the problem with people.
You know your people, at the slightest sign of difficulty, because they are used to buying and selling, they will run away.
Somebody is telling me here, he doesn't want to even go back to that zoo safe or whatever.
The path we are pursuing is a path of pressure, relentless pressure, to ensure that Biafra comes. How are we going to employ that pressure? There are only two ways to get your freedom in the history of the whole world. Freedom can be gotten only two ways. One is through the ballot box. In other words, people will contest and they will have Biafra Nationalist Party. Yes, as they have in Scotland. And then we vote for them. When they then go to the house or maybe go to Abuja, they will say, we are here under the mandate of Biafra Nationalist Party. Because of that, we want to go and conduct a referendum in order for us to be free. The other way, you fight. Either you go through the ballot box or you fight. Which option are we choosing? We have chosen to fight.
Most of you who claim you own businesses everywhere in Nigeria, for that reason, you want everybody to die. Nobody is above death. Death is going to visit everybody. Just have to pray that you live and make impact in this life. The impact that matters now, as far as Nigeria is concerned, is not the impact to make people millionaires. It is impact to make people to be alive. It is impact to make people to feel secure. It is impact to make people feel they are free. That is the biggest impact you can make. Millions are going to come. People will become millionaires when they are alive. Of what use is it? You make somebody millionaire today and tomorrow he died by gunshot from Fulani. Of what use will it be to the society? You pick up somebody and send him abroad and he come back to Nigeria and police will kill him. It is happening every day. Why do you want to continue to be part of a country like that? We have decided that we design the solution that suits us. And that solution is that everything we do, since they make our country and our land very uncomfortable for us, we will bring our freedom from diaspora. And that's what we're doing today. So the enabling environment that was not created for us in Biafra land, the different countries where we reside have created an environment, and we are struggling to bring this kind of system back to our people for them to live like human beings. So we will always outsmart the terrorist state of Nigeria, where
only one under his leadership, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Anybody that is confusing anyone or telling you there is another, no, there is nothing. There's just one, recognized by His Excellency Simon Ekpa. And we can pray. Once he has that communication, Biafrans, we understand that Obato Obie does not take no crap from nobody. No matter who you are, you must respect that authority. That authority is the only thing that can protect all of us. But we thank God, somebody said this is a transition period. If these things does not happen, Biafrans will not know who is following our prime minister, who wants him to fail, who wants him to be out. So this moment is ordained to happen so that Biafrans will know who is who. We have no mercy for those that come to disrupt the restoration of this struggle. We don't negotiate with anyone. We will never do that. Because when you do things like that, you encourage the same thing to be inside the government, and they will continue to do what they are doing. There's an adage that says, no matter how you try to leave them, to forgive them, to accept them, they will still come up with that same behavior. Because Nigerian government has a process of divide and conquer. They use people within to destroy what Biafrans are doing. We already know that, and that is why they are not going anywhere. That is why we stop them on their track. That is why we discover them anywhere they are, and we bring them down. That is what we will continue to do. No mercy. No mercy, because lives have been lost. People have died. Children have died. Innocent Biafrans have been murdered. They've spilled their blood. We are not joking. Anybody, any attorney, any lobbyist, you think we are joking in this restoration process? I pity you. Sorry will be your name.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on today's program, wherever you are joining from. I appreciate you. I welcome you to today's program. And I say, may Chukwuka Biama continue to guide and protect everyone that has connected to this program. My fellow Biafrans, you are all welcome. For the sake of those who are joining us for the very first time on this platform and those who are going to come across our video for the very first time, this platform where we are presenting this program is a platform that stands with the United States of Biafra. A platform that stands under the United States of Biafra, under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and on the Supreme Command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today, under the leadership of the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. DPMDrNgoziOrabueze. That is where we stand. In this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. We do not come here to attack people, persons or individuals. We do not come here to attack any race or religion. We don't come here for saga or propaganda. What we do in this platform is to present the plight of the Biafran people before the whole world. To debunk every lie that has been told against our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. DPMDrNgoziOrabueze, against our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and against our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We debunk every lie against the Biafran people that Nigerian government have been telling for a very long time. We expose the war that Nigerian government have declared against the Biafrans. The war that started since 1967 and continue to go on to today on a different phase and form. We expose it to the world for the world to understand and know what is going on. It is unfortunate that in this very struggle where what is happening, people are not paying attention. That is why we have taken upon ourselves on a daily basis to speak about this issue. And we urge every investigative journalist across the world, if you are an investigative journalist and you care about humanity, please go down to Nigeria, to the southeastern part of Nigeria, Biafra land. Go there and find out for yourself what is going on. Just as it happens in 1967, why innocent children were dying in Biafra land, where children and mothers were murdered and starved to death in Biafra land, the whole world kept silent and they were busy enjoying themselves. Lagos was busy flourishing with businesses, while Biafra land was bleeding. It is still happening as we speak. Nigerian government have continued to commit genocide in Biafran territory, and nobody seems to be paying attention. That is why we have taken it upon ourselves every day to come out and speak about these issues. And hopefully, you never can tell, there are still good people out there. Someone out there will hear our voice and take it up. As we speak, we are not just speaking and keeping silent. Biafrans are taking action. And as the whole world can understand and have seen, Biafra have been redeclared on the 29th of November 2024. It was done before the whole world. The videos are out there, the informations are out there. And the Biafran government, United States of Biafra government, have officially notified countries of the world about the redeclaration of Biafra. So when we are speaking about the issue of Biafra, it is not something that is a secret. We are not committing any crime. It is not something that's illegal. Every single thing we are doing today, including the broadcast we are making, is legal. That is why each time we come on this broadcast, we make it open for people to join us on the program and interact with us. The only thing that qualifies you to join us on this program and air your opinion is for you to be a human being. No matter what your orientation may be, no matter your religion, your location, your race, it doesn't matter. As long as you're human and you care about humanity, you are free to join us on this program, air your opinion. If there is something you are hearing about us in the quest of Biafra that you are not yet convinced about, join us and ask your question. We will respond. The only place you can join me live on stage is on YouTube, David Herbert channel on YouTube. If you are watching on TikTok or you are watching us on Facebook, it's a pity you cannot be able to join us live. You can hear us, and if you have a question, you can write down your question in the comment section. Once I have my eyes on your question, I will respond. But if you want to join on stage and speak to the world, join me on the Herbert channel on YouTube. The world will hear you and hear you clear. The only thing we ask is that when you are appearing on our platform, make sure you appear in a decent manner. You must be appearing in a decent manner because we are representing a government and the whole world is watching. Children are also watching. You must appear in a very decent manner. And when you are speaking, try as much as possible to speak in a civil manner. Be civil in your discussion. It doesn't matter how angry you are. You might disagree with us. You might not like our tone. You might not like our ideology. No matter how angry you are, you can equally express yourself in a civil manner. And I bet you we will understand you and respond accordingly. If you have a superior argument, feel free to use the link. Click the link and come in. You are welcome. We will give you all the time in the world to express yourself and we will respond accordingly. As long as you are civil in your presentation, we will give you all the time to express yourself. I welcome everyone that has connected. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for being part of this program. And we have come once again today. The topic we are going to discuss about today says, Nigeria Day of Reckoning has arrived. You cannot eat your cake and have it. Truth is truth to the end. Nigeria Day of Reckoning has arrived. You cannot eat your cake and have it. Truth is truth to the end. It is going to be a very interactive section, and I urge you to join and add your opinion. If you have not yet shared this video, please, as you join this platform today, make sure you bring one person along with you. As you join, make sure you bring one person at least, either a friend, a family member, or in a group where you belong. Share the program there. The social media is not our friend. They do not promote our program. It is you that will help to promote these informations and make sure it gets to where it has to get to. My fellow Biafrans, you are welcome. The situation in the Zoological Republic is something that the whole world knows about. Everybody that is following the issue of Nigeria, everybody that have been following the news coming out from Nigeria, you will know what is going on. The atrocities of Nigerian government is not hidden. The fraudulent attitude and character of Nigerian government is not hidden. Most of the things we say online when we come on our program, they are not strange and they're not new. These are things that are known by everyone that is following issues of Nigeria. But most time people pretend that they are not happening. Most time people tell themselves lie that these things are not happening, but they are true and happening. The atrocities of Nigerian government against the Biafrans people, more especially against the Christians in Nigeria, is not something that started yesterday. It did not start in this regime. It is something that is foundational. The crime that the British have committed in putting people that do not have anything in common together has continued to take the life of the innocent. And they keep adamant and silent simply because of their own selfish interests. Every Western country headed by the British are supporting the atrocities in Nigeria in one way or the other, either directly or indirectly, simply because of their own selfish interest. The eye you see on Nigeria today is eye on the Biafran people. Some of us will be wondering, why is it that the issue of Biafra have lingered for a very long time? Why is it that the issue of Biafra have lingered for more than 50 years and continue to go on, and nobody is talking about it? Some of us will be wondering why. Why is it that the human rights abuse in Biafran land is not regarded as human rights abuse? Why is it that the genocide in Biafran land is not regarded as genocide? Have you asked yourself why? Every Biafran will be asking this question. The West are very good in speaking about human right and human right and human right and human right, and they preach it all day long. They come and talk about genocide, genocide, and genocide all day long. They come and preach about humanity, humanity all day long. But yet, atrocities are going on before their own very eyes, and they sponsor it directly and indirectly. Yet, they do nothing about it. The issue of Biafra is not new. It's not strange. Every member of the world powers today knows about the issue of Biafra because they were part of the civil war that happened in 1967. Each and every one of them participated actively. Russia was there. The UK were the major sponsor. The French were there. The United States were aware. But why have they been silent all these years? Even when the war, the persecution, the genocide has continued up to the 21st century today, being 2015, it is still ongoing. Nobody cares. We are left on our own, at the mercy of our enemies. But the most painful is that when we rise up to fight for our rights, they give us names. They gather together and they connive against us. Why is that? But I bet you their days are numbered. The day of reckoning for the Zoological Republic is fast approaching. That is why on my recent message I've been saying that we, the Biafran people, have to be well positioned because our time has come. The time for the redemption of the Biafran people has come. No man is going to stop it. It does not matter what you think. It doesn't matter how you feel. You cannot stop it. That appointed time for Biafra to be free has come. And no man born of a woman can stop it. The only people that can delay the restoration of Biafra today is you and I, the Biafran people. That is why we must have to be careful. We must be careful and position ourselves properly. The atrocities against Biafrans is crying to the heavens. And today, the heaven is turning around for us. Heavens are turning because of the situation of Biafra. And gradually, everything is unfolding. The blood of the innocent Biafrans has been crying to the heavens for revenge. The blood of innocent Biafran have been spilled along the road is crying for vengeance. And I bet you vengeance is definitely coming. Anybody, any man, any woman, any organization, any country that is involved in the genocide against the Biafrans will definitely pay dearly. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made that prayer. He said it and he stamped it. And I bet you Chukwu Okukabiama answered that prayer and signed it up. Anyone that participated in one way or the other, anyone that contributed in one way or the other to the sufferings of the Biafran people today, you are going to pay dearly. And I bet you what we suffered, you are going to suffer in tenfold. You can't escape it. You can't wish it off. You can't pray it off. Because it's the law of karma. What crime have we committed that the global community have ganged up against us? What crime have we committed that is the global conspiracy against the Biafran people? Here we are. By tomorrow, by the special grace of Chukwu Okukabiama, our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, will be appearing in court tomorrow. They are dragging Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in court for a crime he has not committed. Even when their own court have made it clear that this man is innocent, they continue to hold him. It's been years now. They are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu down, bringing one charges or the other against him. And finally, look at where we are. At a point in time, no judge accepted to take his case. Until finally, we learned that a judge have accepted. And from information we are getting, it is again another fraudulent judge. Another criminal judge. The judge that is about to sit for the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today is another criminal judge that has a very bad record in human rights abuse. And the world is watching. Tomorrow, we are going to see the judge discharge another human rights abuse against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And from the information that we have gathered, our supreme leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is ready to defend himself in the court. And I want to tell Biafrans, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu defending himself in court is spiritual. When you hear that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will defend himself in court, it is spiritual. Remember the declaration of the United States of Biafra, self-defense. Every single Biafran have to prepare to defend themselves. When we try to explain self-defense, it's a different ramification. With anything available to you, anything, including arms, self-defense is your right. It is your inalienable right. You must not allow anybody to take it away from you. The United States of Biafra declared it and signed it to law. Self-defense. Arm yourself and defend yourself. Are you surprised that our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have decided to defend himself? He had decided to take it upon himself to defend himself. And we're going to see how it's going to play out tomorrow. When we say Biafra is spiritual, you don't understand. The journey for restoration of Biafra is a spiritual journey. You don't understand. That is why whenever a leader of this struggle make a proclamation, you must obey it and listen. Don't challenge it. So many things that our leaders say today, they are not the ones saying it. Sometimes they don't know when it comes out of their mouth. As long as you are the genuine leader, I'm talking about people who are following the structure from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Mazi Simon Ekpa and today to Dr. DPMDrNgoziOrabueze. Whatever they say is spiritual. And all you have to do is to be patient and watch. You are going to see connection between every statement they make. You will see the connection. They are saying one thing. It is one journey and one direction. Our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekan, will be in court tomorrow. Even though he has no business with their court. Because their own court have said that no law court in Nigeria has the right to try Mazen Nandekan until they explain the situation surrounding his kidnap from Kenya and the extraordinary rendition. Because you cannot stand in illegality and you'll be talking about legality. It is not possible. Their court said so. It's not Biafran court that said it. Their own judge said it. That the country called Nigeria should pay Mazen Nandekan compensation and release him with immediate effect. And go ahead to say, no law court has the right to try Mazen Nandekan until they explain the situation surrounding his kidnap from Kenya and the extraordinary rendition to Nigeria. It is clear. The judgment is there. You can browse it. You're going to see it there. But yet, the terrorist government of Nigeria continue to hold Mazen Nandekan and continue to drag him to their court. At a point in time, their judge could not be able to move front or move back. They began to shop for a judge. They were shopping for a judge for months until finally they got a fraudulent judge like themselves that has a very bad record. And tomorrow, they are dragging Mazen Nandekan to court. And Mazen Nandekan have said, I will defend myself. My fellow Biafrans, the battle line have been drawn. And the day of reckoning is here. Nigeria is going to get every single piece of trouble that they have given to Biafrans. They're going to get it back. In the same vein, our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, has been held by Finnish authorities with no charges whatsoever. The only thing we continue to hear from the Finnish authorities is that they are investigating. They have held Mazi Simon Ekpa for more than 3 months based on false accusations. A civilized country like Finland could not be able to put their hand on an evidence to hold Mazi Simon Ekpa. For more than 3 months, they are still investigating. An international conspiracy that every one of us is aware of. But I bet you they cannot get away with it. The consequence of gambling into the issue of Biafra in such a manner to support the opponent is going to be grievous. It doesn't matter who you are. The United Kingdom today is facing their trouble because of what they have done to Biafrans. And Finland, if care is not taken, will meet their end because of the support they are giving to the enemies of Biafra. Tomorrow is a special day, and it is the birthday of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and also a court day of our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nandekan. It is a very heavy day. Tomorrow, being Friday, carries weight, 21st. It carries weight. It carries weight. A day of defense. As our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, celebrates his birthday, Mazen Nandekan will be in court to defend himself. Wherever you are as a Biafran, you must tighten up your belt. The day of reckoning. Nigerian day of reckoning is coming. And I bet you, as it arrives, they will never escape what is going to happen. The global conspiracy against the Biafran people will never, ever be tolerated. Nigeria has never been a country, will never be a country, and will never succeed. And the West knows very well about this. But because of their own selfish and personal interests, they enjoy the fact that there is chaos in that sociological republic. They enjoy the fact that they brought people that has nothing in common together. They enjoy the fact that people who do not have common interests are together fighting each other continuously. Why they continue to exploit the mineral resources in that country. That is the situation. Very, very sad. But that is the situation. No matter what the enemies are saying, no matter their propaganda and their blackmail, no matter their distractions and destructions, we will never be deterred. and they cannot stop us from demanding our right. If you are a Biafran and you are working against the restoration of Biafra, it will be better that you are not born, or that a stone is tied in your neck and thrown into a river. That should be better for you. If you are from the old southeastern region, the present southeast, Lower Kogi and Lower Benue, and yet you have not deemed it fit to begin to do the right thing, to begin to stand and follow, pursue the restoration of Biafra, I am sorry. You are going to meet your end. And it's going to be very, very bad. It will be very, very bad. For everyone that have risen against Biafra, go and check how they are. For every tribe, every region, any person that has stood against Biafra, go and check how they are faring. As the day of reckoning of Nigeria has approached, is drawing very close, nearer and faster. You can see what is happening in Nigeria today. The chaos that you are seeing today that is about to have explode, the explosion that you are seeing today, the enemies of Biafra are going to destroy themselves. They are about to destroy themselves. That is why it is very important that we position ourselves properly to take over our land. And that we will continue to do. My fellow Biafrans, it is another day. We have to get prepared for what is coming ahead of us. It will not be a walk in the park. Freedom doesn't come cheap. Freedom comes with great sacrifice. Great sacrifice. So many of us that are talking today might not be there. At the final push, we might not be there. But whatever you can do now to secure freedom for your future generation, for your children unborn, please go ahead and do it. You will never be forgotten. Whatever you can do today to secure freedom for your children, for your generation unborn, go ahead and do it. You will never be forgotten. I pray that every Biafran child, every Biafran mother, every Biafran father, every Biafran, wherever you are, must rise up today and begin to do the needful, because there is no time to waste. You're welcome, my beloved brother Greg. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you for being there. And I can see my beloved sister Ojugo also is with us on the program. Greg, let's hear from you, Greg. Just give us your introduction. We're in the next 2 minutes. Just use 2 minutes and give us introduction. Then after you, our beloved sister Ojugo will now give us her own thought also. Greg, are you there? Is Greg there? I think Greg is not there. My beloved sister Ojugo, if you're there, let's hear from you before Greg comes.
Good morning, Mr. Jux, and good, sincerely, Biafrans. It's good that we get this morning put to thought, that guide us every day to know where we're going and to start our day. Those of us that are now is their morning. So that not being said, I listened to the words of Nnamdi Kanu. I have all God's people all over my body, asking for men, talking about men. Doesn't want men that when things start, they will start to shake. Real men. In his interview, he was talking about men. Because you can imagine what that man was going through with all those so-to-call men around him. If Mazen Nandekal comes out tomorrow and he asks about his men, and you know, he came to realize that they have all fallen inside the bush. Not even one standing strong. I don't know what he will be thinking. I don't know. But I'm happy. He is standing strong. And I'm also happy that Biafra has gone past IPOB agitation. When he comes out now, we'll be hearing Biafra is the government. The government of Biafra is running.
Absolutely.
That will give him a good consolation. Very good consolation. You know, because I don't know what that man would have, you know, would have done if this Biafra died with those people that surrounded him in the name of their looking for Biafra. Why they were all there looking for their pocket. Criminals. People that cannot feed themselves, they're looking for an opportunity. Some grab it, they just pump, they go. Some were so confused, they don't even know their right and their left and whom to follow. But I thank God. I thank God for today. I thank God that he gave birth to Simon and Jacob. He stood up, one man standing. He said 50 in him, and he worth more than 50. A man that shaked a zoo that called themselves Nigeria, shake them to their bone marrow, shake their root off the ground. Their dollar rate went up. The senator go cuckoo. The president go cuckoo. Ambassadors go cuckoo. Soludo will be giving a talk, and any sound, Soludo will be looking around whether his life is safe. Odogun, he gave back to dragon with fire. And then he took the step of his father, or a lioness. You brought out her voice. You can see that spirit of all those who have died with their pure heart because of this Biafra possessing them. You see that extraordinary flame in her. When she sits down to talk, she's possessed. So that's when I listen to all those. I'm happy. I'm happy. And I can't wait to see Ahmadike defending himself tomorrow. The whole world will be watching. Nigeria court will be shaking.
Yes.
They will be shaking because the history of the man coming to judge him, they have no right to judge Nnamdi at all. They need to send him back to Kenya, drop him there. Then they start the proper way of separating somebody back to your stupid country. You did a kidnap. That's a crime. Kidnapping is a crime, for crying out loud. It doesn't matter who did it. Kidnapping is a crime.
Yes.
Nigeria is supposed to go to court for kidnapping him.
Absolutely.
And what are we doing? So is kidnapping just for ordinary citizens? So countries have the right to kidnap and go free.
Mm.
It's something that, is hard to comprehend. Through the dual process and do the right thing, send him back to them, and then go through the process to bring him back if you want him. And then we'll start from there. You kidnap somebody and then you're going to court. Which court? And now you brought another criminal, a friend of Mwike, a crazy man in River State. That judge is, if you make a research, he's a friend of Mwike, and Mwike hates Omadike with his last blood. But trust me, they are all out for their blood to be spilled on the ground. All those demons. All those demons. The cry of innocent Biafra that we get killed. It's time for them that they're going to take revenge. It's coming out. Mwike is out in a very dangerous way, and his bill will be spilled on the road of River State.
Definitely.
Him and Atare Dokubo. Their blood will spill it. We'll see. We'll see. We'll pray for them every day. We'll call Chuku. I call all the spirits, young men and women that have passed, died, spilled their blood on Biafra land, to possess them and destroy them. And those of us, in one way or the other, not just Nigeria, there are some of us that have used their platform, committed a crime. When you give order to defense that's supposed to defend innocent people, say, do not work, and people died, my dear, count yourself that you have committed a crime. Those innocent people killed, at that point, you gave that order. They will come knocking at your door.
Definitely.
Or you use their platform to lie. Lie and lie and lie, and then you come out to say, it's just a quarrel on the social media. It's just a this thing. Now, and people are dying. And you think it's fun to come to social media, use your stupid platform to propagate lies. And then you come out to tell us, our people are dying, our people are dying, our people are dying. Why you are part of that? Stopping people who are helping to fund our men. Because what we're doing, we're not generating any money. The money we generate is from our individual pockets. And there you are, using your platform to stop or discourage anybody that help in one way or the other to support financially for our Biafra army to defend our people. Hey, go count yourself. There you are participated. You're not free. You're not free. Because you lied and so we are lost. So we need to be careful what we use our platforms to do. I know why I touch all these things, so that those coming out, those still talking, please, if you don't know what to say, there are newspapers in Nigeria, grab them every day, read some topics instead of lying. One lie can destroy the world.
Yes.
But people don't know the power of tongue. And somebody will go, it's just a fight on the social media. It's just I don't mean to say that. What do you mean social media? The whole world is watching. Your children will pull it out tomorrow. They Google your name come out, and they're hearing all this. Do we really know what this social media is? Or we are just after the money that it generates? So, and I wish our Prime Minister happy birthday in advance. We'll pray for him. We expect the best. And we'll pray for whosoever that is holding him unjustly. The mouth of a lion will open and consume them.
You see?
It doesn't matter who. It could, even if it's a country. They will expose themselves. They form NATO. What is the purpose of NATO? All this is, they're all United Nations. They've ganged themselves up just to marginalize innocent people, marginalize countries. They're not there to fight for the innocent people. Or people, United Nations should be looking out for people, but they're not doing that. All they do is, oh, is Britain suffering? How do we help? Is the Finland suffering? How do we help? Lying and doing if they click themselves together. That's why Finland is behaving the way they are behaving. If Finland hasn't joined NATO, trust me, they will be thinking different.
You're right. I agree with you.
Join all these evil things, they corrupt you. As far as Britain is in that thing that you join, you are down because they are evil. They are parasite by nature, and they will continue to be parasite until the land will open and consume all of them. That Britain, evil, country that is known for evil. Any group, organization, nation that you see that country and you fit in yourself, you are corrupt. You're corrupt. That's why Finland, you see them now shaking. A country that is known in the world for one of the best countries, join NATO. Look at their head. Look at their head. They will expose themselves, and the big lion, Russia, will consume them. My dear, sorry. You know, sometimes when you're talking, the spirit keep redirecting you and directing you. Thank you so much.
Okay,
I will still be on the platform and drive to work now and listen to what you're saying. Thank you. Please, thank you, my brothers that are having patience for me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my sister. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Greg, are you there?
Yes, Choose, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my brother Greg.
For your ends and my greetings to our sister Ojugo.
You too, my brother.
Yeah. Yes, we thank God today again. In my end, the sun is shining. We thank God for the sun. My greetings to our leader, Mazin Nandikano, our PM, wherever they are, and Dr. NgoziOrabueze, our Deputy Prime Minister, and all the cabinet and the medias, and all the men of the army of Biafra, the genuine army of Biafra, and the genuine freedom fighters of Biafra. My greetings to you all. My prayer is God will be our strength and give us wisdom and direct us according to his step.
You see?
So, my brother, your topic this morning, Nigeria Day of Reckoning, has arrived. Nigeria Day of Reckoning have arrived. How I wish How I wish that all the hook of corner of Nigeria and their foundations are shaking. How I wish that there are more earthquake. How I wish that there are more wind, hot wind blowing from every corner around that country. How I wish the anger of God will come down against the evil people in that land. Because when they talk about Nigeria, who are Nigeria? There is nobody that is called Nigeria.
No.
Nobody is called Nigeria. The evil people we are talking about are the so-called elite. They are the Nigerians. The Igbo politicians and the northern politicians and western politicians, they are the Nigerians. There is no common man that is called Nigeria. There is no poor man that is called Nigeria. The people that are called Nigeria are the Tinubus and Wikes, them, Obasanjos, them Jonathans, Soludos and the Popos of them as Mbadem. These are the people that are called Nigeria. The Buharis, these are the Nigerians. Mustafa, Ibrahim Babangida, these are the Nigerians. So when we talk about Nigeria, people must understand who are Nigeria. So there is no good person, there is no poor person that is called Nigeria. These people are the Nigerians that the rotten will fall upon them, as your headline just declared this morning. I just go across one newspaper this morning where Wike is saying he gave condition. Wike is just a minister appointed, but he's giving a condition to an elected governor of a state.
What a joke.
That if Fubaru doesn't want to be impeached, that they should allow him control all the local governments in River State. And he will go undertake that Fubaru will no more contest in 2027 as a governor. That is the only condition that he, Wike, will be given. Otherwise, he must be removed. So, let's come now, who are Nigerians? It shows you that the people who elected Fubaru are not Nigerians. Because if they were Nigerians, they will have power. The power belongs to the poor people. The power belongs to the masses. But now, power belongs to Wike and Tinubu. And the latest information is the House approved the, what do you call it? The emergency of this thing in River State.
Of course they will.
So these are the Nigerians. This is the Nigerians we are talking about. These people are the Nigerians. And on that 2027 they are talking about, they will go around making sure they go force people out of their house to come and intercede the whole world. They see the Finland in them, the people that know the truth, the Europeans who will come to Africa and write a report that the election was corrupt, that the election was not fair, and they will give all the things that condemn those elections, and they will still congratulate the person that they condemned, that they put in that position, and congratulate him as a president, as a governor. So who is deceiving who? And they will turn around to tell you democracy. So my brother, it is time that people wake up. It pains me so much that people have not been, I don't know the kind of brain our people, where can we go and borrow brain for these people to understand? half of the things that have happened in Igbo land have happened, if half of them, if out of 100, let's say 10% of it have happened in any part of Europe, everywhere must have been in flame with fire. Because their people cannot take it for 1 second. If you watch what happened during the Biden election and the Trump's election, when the Trump people felt that the election was rigged against Trump, you saw what happened. So that is why I say our people are not ready. If our people are ready for freedom, if they are tired of suffering, nobody will ask them to wake up. That was why when they were talking about the riot or a revolution, and they were giving date, I was laughing at them at a point, because revolution is something that it triggers on its own. People will say, we will not take it. There is nothing like that. They will go on the street immediately. And everywhere will burn. But this one, Nigerians are people who have too much corrupt. The laborers who will say, on the 25th, we will go on strike, knowing fully well what the federal government will do to frustrate that strike. They will only just for them to give that day so that they will call them and give them money from behind. That is always the game they play in that country. So, where can you start? Where can you start? It pains me so much that our people have not come to understand. Look at the people whom we are fighting with. The people whom we are fighting with. The so-called people that this one of yesterday, that all of us prepared ourselves together on how we can make sure that Biafra come. We'll start from where Simon Ekpan stopped before he was invited. And they are still using politics to destroy it. These people are not ready. If these people were ready, by now, what is happening in Port Harcourt would have gone even far. Even far. So it is terrible that Biafrans are still sleeping. It is terrible that Biafrans are still listening on gossip. It is a pity that Biafrans don't know the direction they're supposed to do and go and what they're supposed to do. So it is long time did the so-called Nigerians supposed to rape the evil they have planted in that country. It is long time that the Nigerians supposed to say no, we can no more take it. But today they are still swallowing all the dirty, all the evil. They are continuing swallowing in them. It is terrible. It is terrible what is going on. So, what I believe will continue, as even though it is 100 people that still believe in Biafra, let them continue. Let them continue. Let them never look back. Let the Biafrans not look back at all. Because this thing that happened in Port Harcourt last 2 days ago raised question in my mind. It has so much question in my mind that if the so-called job people can agree and do these things within these days, they bomb a lot of things, the pipeline and all those things. So, and we are crying every day and nothing is happening. Our men that are supposed to be doing something, somebody tell them, don't act again. Choose, I don't know if you listen to this testimony of BNL.
Which one was that?
The prince.
Okay, Prince. I really don't want to engage myself in all those. I don't want to engage myself in all those they are talking, because I see every one of them as distractions. I see every one of them as distraction. I don't want to get myself involved or waste my time talking about those people, whoever they are. Every one of us have a responsibility to protect the Biafra land. Biafra is for us, is for you, is for me. So whoever decides to use it as a game and become to play the game, they will definitely face the consequence of their actions. So I really don't want them to drag me into that their nonsense. I don't pay attention to whatever they say. Go ahead, my brother.
That is a very good answer. But it beats my mind when a fellow brother will come out and give this kind of testimony. That means somebody will know truth, and he will still want somebody to give people a chance to tell him the lie that he wants to believe. That is the only way I can interpret it. Somebody that knows the truth, and he still give open door for somebody to come in to tell him the lie that he wants to believe. So he only just want to have an excuse on something to hold on, but to make him to do whatever he must have done. That is the point. Because for me, I'm sorry, I don't know, maybe you didn't want to talk about it in your platform, but I just wanted to analyze it a little bit to my own understanding.
Go ahead.
Understand? So, because for me, the way I understand that guy is it can be two things. One is when he said he was called after he had been following the truth that DPMDrNgoziOrabueze is the right person without nobody convincing him, and him being a friend of the Minister of Defense, that he got along with him because they're almost from the same state. And then before somebody gave him a call and tell him where to follow. So it can be two things. One is he must have been threatened. This is the way you must go. If you don't go this way, we will give you this kind of treatment. This is what will be coming to you. If you don't go this way, we will sabotage you and we will deal with you, because they must have known him. He must have opened himself that to the extent that they know maybe where he's sleeping. That makes him to turn back. Because you cannot tell me that you first had and understand, and the civilized person that you are. Let us assume that our PM Samuel Epa did not write any letter at all. There was no any sign to say that DPMDrNgoziOrabueze is a surrogate, and he just leave everything the way he left it before, the way it was before he left. Automatically, without anybody, if the organization have discipline, if we are completely disciplined and with love and wisdom and obedient, the mantle fall automatically upon
Nigeria's leadership of Africa.
So he himself, the prince, knows this without nobody telling him that, and he followed it and see that is how it's supposed to be. And now somebody called you and tell you you must come back here, and you have every reason to ask questions. If they started giving reason that our PM did not write letter, that means in this place, in those people that he's commanding, those is unit, because I know he have a unit that is command and he is their head. So may God not let it be. Let's assume that he is not there tomorrow. Imagine unexpected. So there is among that is his command. There is no person that is following him direct. That if he is not there, the person have to give command, or other people have to look up to that person automatically. One day when I saw your face, there's a way.
My brother,
So
let me interrupt you. All these things falls into what DPMD said about men. It's not men that when things shake, they shake. They will no. this is what, that's why I love that that voice that Mr. Chooks play, so that people know. There's another one they call the Mecca something. These are people that has fall into that category. That somebody, you're looking up to somebody brought you in, or are you there for Biafra, for yourself? They have no excuse. If Nnamdi Kanu has an excuse, he would have been out of that place where he is. Sorry, I just want to chip this in.
Yes, my sister, you are very right. So that's why I said it's two possibilities. Either he allowed them to know where he's sleeping, and they gave him threats. If he didn't come back, they will kill him. And they have no option.
That is why, my brother, that is why I said I don't want to get into the issue, because it is very, very disgusting. When we are talking about this Biafra issue, we should talk about men who wants to fight for Biafra. These people are just there masquerading and parading themselves as what they are not. And they end up winning the heart of our people. That is why I also agree with this idea of not advertising what happens. Because when people come and begin to tell you, oh, we want to see this, we want to see that, at the end of the day, after those advertisements, they will be carried away. They just want to see somebody in uniform carrying gun up and begin to raise up and talk rubbish. At the end of the day, we do nothing. They will do nothing. Can you imagine this thing you are spreading now? How can somebody who is defending the line in the area of military, the military is the most disciplined organization in the world where command works. Even if civilians make mistake in the order of command, a military man is not supposed to make a mistake. A military officer doesn't have to wait for the general officer on top to tell him who is the senior officer. Once an officer goes down, you know the next person to follow. If you're in a warfare, your senior officer goes down, you know the next person in command will take over without you waiting for order from the barracks to come and tell you who will take over. So if somebody who is on that area will be telling you, I don't know, I got a letter, I don't know, I thought, I was waiting for, those people are not worth discussing. They are just distractions. That's how I see them. They are distractions. We have a lot to do in this restoration of Biafra. And the most major aspect of this restoration, in case we don't know, is the diplomatic aspect. Fight your gun, shoot your gun until thy kingdom come. If your diplomats are not doing what they're supposed to do, you are going nowhere. You're going nowhere. It is just with a pen now, they will write you a terrorist organization. Before you know it, bomb will be ready everywhere. And what do you have to defend yourself? Nothing. Nothing. That is when I see them, they bring this their drama. I have even stopped. If I see any video and I see somebody wearing camouflage to talk, I don't watch it anymore. I don't watch it, let alone paying attention. Once I see you wear camouflage, you wear khaki, you want to come and talk about Biafra, I don't pay attention because you don't know what I'm talking about. These are distractions. They distract you. At the end of the day, our people, they just want to see somebody. This place is burned down. This place is doing that. They will come and make noise. Or irrelevant noise, distracting people from what they're supposed to do. The next minute, they are taking command. We must learn to focus on the main thing and the main people. The people that are choosing for this job that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu prayed for. He said Chukwu Okike should give him people, men with the heart of steel. Men who has the conviction within themselves, who we are born, people that we are born for this purpose, not people who join the purpose because of their friend and their brothers and sisters. Go ahead, my brother Greg.
So that is the whole game. So I appeal to all Biafrans and those who are real, not to look back. Continue on what you are doing. Continue supporting the government. That is what will be ringing bell every day. No surrender, no retreat, no looking back. Let your dreams be what you can do to support. Let that your dreams, let your mind, let your thoughts. If you are bathing, if you are eating, let your everything that you do is what can we do to break this camel head, not to look Okeko Okafo. Please, if you are a man on the ground, if you are a soldier, if you know you are tired, step back. You are free to go out of the way so that other people can join and do something reasonable. Stop bringing excuses and distracting the people who are determined to do something reasonable. That is my little message to them this afternoon. Thank you, my brothers. Let other people talk.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Greg. Before I give the mic to my brother Maxwell, let us listen to this very message, just a brief message. Then our brother Maxwell will go on. It will also help us to expand our discussion today.
Nigeria is not taken seriously as a leader in Africa. Nigeria is widely recognized as the most populous country on the continent and, until recently, had the highest GDP in Africa. It is home to some of the most innovative minds, many of whom have contributed significantly in various fields globally. Many expect Nigeria to lead Africa. Prominent figures like Nelson Mandela, Desmond Tutu, and others have consistently stated that the future development and emancipation of Africa depend on Nigeria's progress. And yet, despite these high expectations, Nigeria has repeatedly shown that it struggles to meet the demands of leadership. Once regarded as a force to be reckoned with, especially in the late 20th century, Nigeria has faltered in recent decades, particularly in instances where the continent needed strong leadership. The reasons behind Nigeria's consistent decline in providing effective continental leadership can also be traced to external manipulations that have played a role in steering Nigeria towards ineffective political leadership.
I want us to pay attention to this external manipulation that was mentioned here. It is something that is evidence. The external manipulation is there. It is very evident in all angles, in all aspects, in all areas. And these people are just about themselves. And this external manipulation is sponsored by the British. By the British and no other person else.
Since Nigeria's return to civilian rule in 1999, with former military general Olusegun Obasanjo elected as the first president of the Third Republic, subsequent administrations have often underperformed. From 2014, Nigeria heads towards a low point under the leadership of another former military general, Muhammadu Buhari. The external factors influencing Buhari's rise to power became clearer over time. For years, the West viewed Nigeria as a critical player that could lead Africa out of its challenges. However, they also recognized that a strong, politically stable Nigeria would likely pose a threat to their control over African resources. To prevent this, especially in the context of growing Nigerian political and economic independence, the West, particularly the US and Europe, sought ways to disrupt the country's development. Leading up to the 2014 election,
I want you to pay attention to this comment also, that they are intentionally disrupting the progress of this entity formed by the British. The West, they are collectively making sure that you don't survive. You see, so that's sometimes when we talk about this Biafra, some other region think it's just about us. We can solve Biafrans on their own. They are the most successful people in that very contraption called Nigeria. They are the most, but we cannot fold our hands and continue to allow these people to milk us and manipulate every one of us. I want us to pay attention to this very point, this very part of this very speech. It's very important.
The country's development. Leading up to the 2014 election, the US played a key role in exacerbating insecurity within Nigeria. The Boko Haram insurgency, among other security issues, was deliberately amplified, and conventional arms support was withdrawn from the government of then-President Goodluck Jonathan. This created the conditions for public discontent, culminating in the abduction of schoolgirls, a moment that provided the catalyst for widespread outrage. During this period, US President Barack Obama made it clear that it was a priority for his administration to prevent Nigeria from achieving political and economic stability. His administration's efforts, including diplomatic outreach to the Sultan of Sokoto, aimed at positioning an inexperienced Muslim leader who would not pose a challenge to Western interests. Ultimately, Buhari was brought into power, a figure visibly weak and lacking leadership capacity, precisely what the West needed to ensure that Nigeria would not become the continental leader it was capable of being. Buhari's 8 years in office were a disaster for Nigeria's image. Institutions weakened, the economy suffered, and insecurity, terrorism, and human rights abuses skyrocketed. All of this contributed to the West's success in keeping Nigeria away from its potential to lead Africa. The international community, including the US, EU, and the UN, largely celebrated Nigeria's failure to reassert itself as a leader on the continent. Then came Bola Tinubu, who assumed the presidency in a controversial election where Western support was more silent but still evident. Tinubu was favored by Western powers due to his numerous skeletons in the closet, which would ensure his compliance and make him more manageable. Tinubu's first task was to forcefully address the attempts by military-led ECOWAS countries to challenge Western exploitation. Unfortunately, circumstances have prevented Tinubu from achieving any notable success in this regard. Since then, Nigeria's influence has dwindled, and it has become largely irrelevant in the discussion of Africa's progress. Today, Nigeria has lost its reputation as a leader, both regionally and continentally. Other African nations have quietly accepted this reality. Even though Nigeria holds the rotating chairmanship of ECOWAS, this position is based more on formality than any real achievement. Other smaller African nations are now seen as more proactive in addressing critical issues concerning the continent. The military-led West African countries have withdrawn from ECOWAS and, in doing so, have garnered significant respect for their strong leadership across the continent. There is little Nigeria can do to alter this reality. The dream of a strong Nigerian leadership that would guide Africa toward unity and emancipation remains unfulfilled. It's important to note that this situation has not happened by chance. From the outset of Nigeria's colonial history, the British exit strategy handed Nigeria's future to the Fulani Sokoto oligarchy. This has constrained the country from achieving internal peace and political stability, thus hindering its capacity to lead. Nearly 64 years after gaining independence, Nigeria's political landscape is still dominated by the warlike Fulani elite, who, despite their power, lack the necessary knowledge and skills to govern in a modern society. The critical question remains: how can a nation embroiled in such internal political turmoil and dysfunction be expected to lead a continent? The West understands that if Nigeria were to break free from its internal struggles, it could become a beacon of freedom and prosperity for the entire continent.
I hope we got the message first. Why I play this is for us to know what we are up against. We know in our program there are people who are not Biafrans that are also watching us. The battle we are fighting today, in as much as Biafrans are in the front line, it is for the benefit of all. The Westerners have put something in place to continue to create this division that will keep us stranded, keep us strangulated, and give them the opportunity to continue to steal the resources in our land, more especially in Biafra land. This division is what you are still seeing today. After Mazen Nandekan have tried as much as possible to try to create some kind of friendship again, to reestablish that relationship again, more especially in the Biafra land. Today, you can see what is playing out in Rivers State. What you are seeing in Rivers State today still have the hand of the British. And the plan they have today is to create more division, infighting, so that they can have the opportunity to do what they have to do. But I bet you, we the Biafrans, we are on top of the game and we are ahead of them. And we must focus on getting out of the zoo to establish a country where human beings can live as humans. My beloved brother Maxwell, please take the mic and speak to us.
Thank you so much, Mazi Chooks, and good afternoon to each and every one of you that is on this platform. Those that are in the comment section and those that are watching us right across the world. I will prefix my submission on this thing that you've just played. It is only a foolish person. It is only someone, an idiot. But in fact, I am going to be strong. If there are other adjectives that I can use to describe some of our people, I will use it today. It's only an imbecile. Someone who is empty in the brain that will not learn from history. When your coach has succeeded in coaching you, this is how you are going to, this is the kind of foods, let me just say, the skills that you are going to use when you get to the ring. This is what you should do. This is what you should do. And once you entered into that four square, that ring, your coach is no longer there. Your coach is now at the ring side, looking at you and how you are going to perform. If your coach say, if this man throw this hand, do your hair like this, and you read there, the system has changed, what will you do? Will you foolishly say, oh, because my coach said I should put my head there so that the punch will land on your head? You won't devise means to, maneuver and save yourself? Save yourself from those punches from getting to you? What has the British not done to the people of the so-called Nigeria? What have they not done to our people? First they came, they dealt with us. They fought, they did not come in peace. They came, they used those that where they feel that they can, control, use them as, all machinations against the people that were against their invasion. Why are our people not looking at the history? Why are we complaining? They came, they used the Fulani oligarch because the caliphate North, because they were the people that were controlling the North at that time. When you come to the Biafra land, Biafra, we have segments, channels of communication. You have the kings, you have the council members of the king, Ndieze, and I don't know how they call it, I've forgotten. You see, the kings, councilmen. Then you have the people. The people, if the king makes a deliberation, oh, we are going to send it to the people. If the people agree, then it will pass. If the people refuse, the king will step it down. This is the people, the wish of the people. Republican nature of the Biafran people from time immemorial, before these people came. When they came, they discovered that, oh, these people are very, very wise. They are knowledgeable of what democracy is, pure and true democracy. We have to devise means in order to deal with them. They use the other people that are gullible, people that are prone to all kinds of, corruptions and kickbacks. They use them to fight the rest. Let me tell you today, if you go and read out of the 7 wars the Ashanti people fought against the British. The last one was the last war. That was if you read, you will see Ya Santua of Ashanti Kingdom, a great woman. She was a woman, a heroine that stood toe to toe against the British. Which people did they use? The same Hausa people from the northern part of Nigeria. The same people, they call them the Golden Forces. The same people. That is why today you have the 5th generation of the Hausa people in Ghana. There was nothing like Hausa people in Ghana. It was only the indigenous people. If you go, you read the 7 war, you will see where they mention the 700 Golden Forces drafted from the northern part of Nigeria of Hausa people extraction. They were the people that they used against our people. And when they begin to conquer, then other people, because of the conquest, other people now begin to join them to fight the rest of the people so that everywhere will be enveloped. Why our people unable to look at the history? Why our people unable to look at the history? The Kumek War, what happened? You stood against these evil people, these Caucasian people, you stood against them. What happened? They used other people to come after us. And when they feel that they can no longer do it, what they did was to use, immediately they came in, they used religion. Wickedness on their right hand, then religion on the left hand. I do not know. This is why I still have issue with it. When they slap you to the other cheek, turn to the other cheek. Is it not what they told us? Is it not what is in that part of the portion of the Bible? Israel, that day the Christians are going to, for their own pilgrimage today. Would they sit down there for the terrorists to slap them on the other cheek? Do you know if you will have a head that will carry the cheek the next time when they come to slap you? Are they not fighting? Are they not fighting the enemy? When they attacked them on the 7th of December, what happened? Did they wait for them to come again? Are they not dealing with them today? Even their cohorts around the Arab Lake. Is Israel not dealing with them? Are they not Christians? Is that not where the Christian pilgrimage is carried out? You see, these people will control. They love what is happening. They knew. Look, let me tell you. I am not a proponent of one Nigeria. If you look at P2B, they saw threat in P2B. This is how I'm going to put it. I am not a proponent. Over my dead body will I support one Nigeria. But what is on the paper is what we are looking at this time around, for the benefit and hindsight of this discussion. They prefer Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who, do you know the reason why they did not? Because they knew that a time like this will come. That is the reason why they did not jail him in the United States, Chicago. If it is in same countries, European countries, all these Western countries, do you think that a man with that kind of evil hanging over his head will be even a counselor in European country?
Never.
Why would they allow such a man to head a big country like Nigeria with over 200 million people, with vast natural resources and human capital? Why would they allow such a man to lead them? Because he can be easily manipulated. They did it to Nnamdi Azikiwe late because he was also corrupt. Instead of him to form a government with the second highest in that election, he formed election with the last. He formed government with the last. The people that came last, which is the northern. Which is the north. If you don't do it, this is what is going to happen to you. The same thing that they have done to all the governors today. Go and check even what is happening in Rivers State today. When the Chief Justice, they knew that once that impeachment proceedings is on the table of the Chief Justice of Rivers State, it won't work now because that one has moved away from them. He is now working with the elected governor, Fubara. Do you know what they did? Long time ago, they knew that this man falsified his age. They didn't. But immediately he broke silence from them or break away from them, they now reminded him of his falsification of age. You see how they roll? This is what they do. And if that man is not a man that is standing his ground, he could have also followed them and asked them to bring it and work with them so that they will impeach this man. But as it is now, that chief judge of state can never allow that, because he is the one that is going to form the committee or the board that is going to decide whether Fubara is going to be impeached or not. And if they say no, that impeachment is dead there. These people knew that if they allow that process to go through, rule of law, according to them, they won't get anything. They quickly, just like they did to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Look at it, is playing everywhere. And how do you think that such a country will lead Africa? A country that is not even strong enough or capable of protecting lives and property in their own domain. What do you think that they are going to do outside? They will sell everybody, just like the way they have allowed the Fulani, armed Fulani terrorists from the Sahel to enter into their country and begin to maim, rape, and displace people. You know, that aside, the video that you are playing, the bombardment of the pipelines in that part of Biafra land, I would tell them not to do it. I would tell them not to do it. Our people say that the cow that was busy defecating, thinking that it was destroying the master's house, that the master would join it and sleep on that place. He never knew that the master, at night, the master would go inside his house and sleep. It is you, the cow, that is going to sleep at that place you were busy defecating and urinating upon. If you continue to destroy this thing, you are destroying Biafran ecosystem. You are destroying our system. This is the time. If you have not realized at this time that there is need for you to join your cousins to fight this evil, that time is now. That time is now. I have been preaching upon this for quite some time. I am a Ghanaian. The connection I have with Biafra is my mother. I have been preaching to them, calling them, come and join your brothers. This is the time you need to join your brothers in Biafra struggle. In the United States of Biafra, this is the time you need to do it. Not by blowing pipelines. Because when you blow your pipelines, and tomorrow Biafra comes in the name of Chukwu Kikabiam, where do we get the money to clean this environmental hazard that you have created? The hydrocarbon elements that you have deposited in the waters. How do we fish? Do you know the one that is there already, according to them, they said it will take about $30-something billion to cleanse. And it will take almost close to 25 to 30 years for you to do that. How do we do it if you continue to do this? Do not do this. Come and join your Biafran people and fight for the total liberation of that land. Things like this will not happen. Nobody will decide for you who that is going to lead you, or will sit in Asorok, the evil coven of the Nigerian system, to tell you or remove anybody in your land. That is the benefit that you are going to get in Biafra and no other place else. I use this opportunity to call upon you. Do not fight them. Come and join your own brothers and sisters and do the needful. This is division that these people are creating. The neo-colonialists, the imperialists are still supporting them to create. Look, you are this. They have created animosity or enmity now between the Ijaws and Ikweres. This is the division, divide and conquer that there. And you people are playing in their hands. You don't have the sense with all that you have learned in your history. You don't have the sense. You don't have that discerning spirit to say, no, we cannot do this. Let's join our brother, because it is critical now. Because Nigeria is happening to you. This war, you cannot fight it alone. You are in the minority. They will deal with you. And nothing will happen. The West, during Obama and the Biden, Onishimkwacha, they supported them. They gave them everything. They made one of your own, Golo Jonathan, an evil person. I was asking when those children in Chibok was kidnapped. I say over 200 or 300 and something children. Did they become invincible? Because I know the terrain in the north where this thing happened in Chibok, Borno State, Yobe State, Nguru, Geshua. Geshua is where they have the Geshua in Benue State. I mean, in Borno State is where they have the College of Education, what they call the Geshua College of Education of Borno State. From Nguru, Yobe State, where my station was, 29 Battalion, it's not up to 35 kilometers to that place. We know those areas very well. I worked in those areas. I fought in those areas. I fought the people that were coming in there to take taxes from the Nigerians within that area. That's vast, vast area of the border. I told you before that Hadeja Dam, anytime it overflows, our barracks will fill with water, and we'll be catching this fish, mangana, they call it mangana. Those little sweet catfish in our barracks. You'll be stabbing them with spears or whatever, any sharp thing, and be catching them. That is to tell you how that place was. I don't know now. People that cannot, they have dealt with it. They will continue to deal with it. This is what I am singing. I am shouting it. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu started. You people said no. Now that this is playing right in front of you, that these people will use you and they will come in and destabilize you. They have their support. These children were taken away. It was like they vanished in the thin air. Even cattle. People that know, if you take up to 10, 15 heads of cattle and be walking, people will know you. Their footsteps and everything, their footprints, you will see them on the ground. In that desert, that place is a desert area. It's semi-desert. Where I was, you will be standing there at Nguru and you'll be looking. Cars, 4x4 cars, vehicles do ply on those deserts. Those that were doing smuggling of petrol and wheat and so many other things. We saw them, we captured them, especially petrol from Nigeria to Niger Republic and Chad. Majority of them were arrested during our own time. That is to tell you how that place is. It is not the way they tell you, oh, trees and no, it is not like south, southeast, or southwest, or even middle belt. No. Their trees are stunted, desert trees. That is what you see there. Majority of them have their desert characteristics, that is thorns on them, in order to control what they call it. Is it evaporation or whatever? That is the loss of water. The loss of water in these plants, in order to prevent the loss of water. I don't know, I've forgotten what they call it in biological terms. That is what you see there. And these children were taken away. Nobody saw them. Was it not manipulation in order to make your own brother from the Biafran land, Goodluck Jonathan government, an evil government? Orchestrated by Barack Obama Today, they are doing the same thing. They have come to you. They use their stooge, which is this man that you are seeing there, the drug baron. They are using him now to do the thing, and you people are playing into their hands. I say to you today, if you can hear me, stop. Come and join. Bring that energy that you are using. Those materials, equipment that you are using, you bring it, we will make it useful. We know what to do with it. Come and that is your father's land. It is nobody's land. You know your land. You master your land. You know all the nooks and crannies of the creek. You can manipulate the environment very well. You can use it. You are adapted to it. Bring those materials and join your brothers and fight for the total liberation of that land. Forget about whatever anybody is going to say. The South, the West, and Americans, unless this man that is there now, Trump, that they have used all machination to fight to prevent him from coming. Unless he, because there is no other person in the Western world that is going to help us to fight for our freedom apart from ourselves. That is what I have for my people from there. Thank you, Magistrix, for having me.
Thank you so much, my brother Maxwell. You have spoken well. I appreciate you for that very line of thought. Brothers and sisters, those who are on the coastal region, my problem is not that you are breaking the pipeline. My problem is that you are breaking the pipeline for the wrong reasons. Just like my brother Maxwell called and asked you to do the right thing, it is what you are supposed to be doing. Our problem is not that you are breaking the pipelines, but you are doing it for the wrong reasons. Even after doing it, at the end of the day, even if they decide to leave your Fubaradi or whatever, he's not going to do anything. He's not going to clean it. Neither is he going to do anything. It is all about them. Building individual strong men and strong women. But when it comes to collective interests of the people, you wouldn't participate. That is madness. That is why we see them. If you go to the coastal region, that is where you see where they are very too much into this building one strong man. That is why today you see Asari Dokobo raising his shoulders. He challenges anybody, he speaks against everybody, and nobody talks. That is why you see that's very common among them, because they build one particular strong man. The one that just died recently, Edwin Clark. He was there collecting money. Whenever the federal government gives him money, any other, he doesn't really concern him, whether cleaning or not cleaning, bombing or not, it's none of his business. All he is there is to convince the youth never to fight for their freedom. Convince the youth to take amnesty and forget about their freedom. To sell out their freedom. Today he's gone. He's gone. I will always be remembered for that. Today you will not. My problem is not that you are breaking the pipeline or whatever, but you are doing it for the wrong reason. Because what you are doing is not going to change your situation. Instead, you make your situation worse. But when it comes to the real solution to the problem, you don't want to be among it. You look down on it. Today, the day of reckoning has come. The man that came on national TV and threatened an entire ethnic group. Today, an idiot like him so have threatened him and his own entire lineage. What can he do? The same cup he used to feed others, that same cup have been used for him today. And we are watching the drama unfold as they destroy themselves. I wish that the young ones who are observing and watching will learn their lesson. That there is only one remedy. Only one single remedy to all this nonsense you are seeing. The independent state of Biafra, United States of Biafra. As soon as it is completely established, every region will be on their own, manage their own resources by themselves. I have said it before and I say it again. Every state among the 40 states of the United States of Biafra, every state have enough resources to sustain them. If oil is the only resources in this world to sustain a state, every state in the 40 states of Biafra will be sustained. But of course, it's not the only oil. The brain-based economy that we have. Our brain alone can make every state among those 40 states to function properly. The earlier we understand that the only remedy is Biafra, the better for us. You're welcome, my brother Akonyo. Go ahead and speak to us. Let's hear you out. Akonyo, are you there?
Yeah, good afternoon.
You're welcome.
Uncle Chusu, I'm going to go differently today. And I would want you to permit me. See, ebe ala so kwanya ka okuzi ala. Ifu ndị be anyị jọrọ njọ dọjọọ. Ndị be anyị jọrọ njọ dọjọọ. And anybody apụta egwara ndị be anyị ọgụ. Ladịghọ endued with the history of ndị be anyị. Ga-abụkwa ha rapụta gị nnọọ ha kpọgbuo gị n'obe. From that media chat, that man that is speaking for BNL or Guinea, I took time to listen to that media, to the chat, and I discovered some things. That young man acknowledged first that the charisma, Ngozi, and Kosi Bagwa after the calling of Simon. No, it all got well with him, and he was passionately following the government up until the calamity called success. They started inducing him because he didn't want to say it all. He admitted that he was following Ngozi. He admitted that Nkwacha is not a sabo as one Isiochala France. Kuru. He admitted that Ngozi nearly 4 million, which is a vindication. There is the government. There are people that cares to listen and understand. By ihe ndara career agitators leku today that nega la tokonatara la USB nenhon ihe GM. So these 3 points alamelia okuputebo lachi ime damage control is something all our medias they take time to analyze. And I am doing my part this morning. Now, I want to talk about the struggle itself. I want to let our people to understand that the ones bringing out money, when you talk about money, you talk about money, are the people that are bringing it selflessly. While the ones that are coming either for Biafrans to notice them or iku wagula hani haleme habara hafutaze na struggle akwụgwọ habata ha kandi nkebu the genuine people and mmiri anụnwa enwe ihe ga-emenata n'ụwa ka ọ hapụ ịma ndị Igbo kakwa today nlekwu ya. And the early and the last year anyị watara and lie low ha mara na abụọ mmadụ niile ga-aba eluigwe nlekwu bụ Biafra. Ihe gọọmenti ga-eme today bụ ihe Ngozi na-eme, because when you listen to that media chat, you will now discover that these bad eggs, they strip the government of every man that the gullible ones are chanting and championing their names today. That Ngozi have to start afresh. if that man, that young man, will admit that Nenye there 4 million and he worked with the government up until success called him, and after success called him that he and his men stop operation for 5 weeks, the one he admitted, that goes a long way to tell people, me and others, that COS has been reaching out to these charlatans that call themselves soldiers, and they are the ones sabotaging the whole thing. I said it yesterday. Not what these people are like, Ebola, aye, bundle sabotage the struggle. 4 million ahụ kịta, kedu ihe o jiri eme? Ọkwa ego ụmụ ụwa tụtara nye. Nwanne anyị nwaanyị kwuru okwu before, sị gị na ya ejewego ọrụ. Ọ ga-ewest data ya kwuo okwu ebe a. Ọ rụọ ọrụ, ọ tụnye ego na gọọmenti. Ewere nye. To cut my this thing short, I will tell the government to carry on with their recruit. And before he may recruit, only ọbụna be illiterate, they should not induct that person. They should not let that person to be among the soldiers. Because all these touts that cannot articulate their words, that cannot reason for themselves, waiting for people to choose for them, they are the problem.
It's really
how sanitize that military.
Their left and right.
Sanitize that military. And then when he no mere again, no matter the pressure these fools who can mount on us, we may have pute. And how continue in their recognition quest and seeking for alliance with other people. Because when you get men wa come up a mandibo, have money wo. When he unu ke kugide kuya unu neku, ki he di ka happy mandibo. Ya merenje kumbo bula si je go, onyo bula le kumuro mwa je go history. Mbo juku la gwan, mbose juku declare, mbose kuniaga fight for our people go to fight ba. Media had called the dictator then. I am assuming, because he is no longer alive, that we should go and ask him question. And then the Yania Badrosa said that they are not going to say what Ojukwu told them. And when one man, whether Afia media or these people, he said he will not say what Ojukwu told him. He said there are some things that will go down 6 feet with him. So going to them to ask them what triggered that made Ojukwu to decide to declare Biafra, it's just waste of time. But if you are in tune with history and you try to connect the puzzle, you understand that our people are evil. So to outsmart them, let them continue with this new recruit. She should not do the mistake Simon did. I will say it without apology. PM did a mistake. Because if PM did not do mistake, gentle, he can go rago ge bugia today. Or Karo White ge bugia. Emane oremi juice gabugonya alatariri. Or God isn't to la cause commotion hala cause. Yang wakwala nwa. Mob not talk or happy guy behind the back and does ogara. Nwa happen dojo anwa because o get who they will bow. They are calling her Madam Bow today. They will bow, but when they bow, they should bow as ordinary Biafran. Ochokwara ko nwete Biafra le kwu okwu ya turu ha. Mezu amụma Nnamdi Kalu buru. Ya nwakwala nwa nabata ndị a. Because ihe ndị a niile na-alụ ọgụ bụ ọgụ ihe ha ga-erite. That idiot sịrị na ya na Solomon Nkwọcha come hail from the same state. Not only hailing from the same state, Nayani Adinamma. Maybe na Solomon ha now. Achọzi inye gị ego that you will not account for. Ha ncha niile abụrụ ọkụ wọla ahụ. Ifu okushon otukwu, mana ha ga-agwa gị na ha nọ n'ime ọhịa. Onye nọ n'ime ọhịa ọla azụ oche. Biko ụmụnne m, ayọ ka nna ya unu. Ana m ekwu ana m na Nigeria. Ada ekwubugo m ya ebe a. Mbọsị bụ na ndị Fulani sọrọ nganga ha la-asọ. Gala my village gbuo mmadụ. Village nke m amara m ka isi eme. Ị nwere ike gaa afụ m online again. I will go home and I will fight them to the end. Lala ekwu okwu lasịrị sị zụta egbe. Enweghị onye nọ na be nna m nke m. Young boy nọ na be nna m nke m enweghị egbe. Ọ bụghị mgbe gọọmenti pasịrị the bill. Ọ ndị ụjọ niile abụ ndị nọ na social media agbụ wowowowowo. Eti mkpu na mkpụrụ amụ ha agbakpu ha n'afọ. Mana ha na-eti mkpu. Ya tighten that knot, sochie ya. Because the real people, they will put their time. A check if a source for valuable information, people contribute just as we are doing. I believe that my uncles, my brothers, that are well to do, labroad, latwego, they are listening to, they are going from platform to platform. They should connect the dot and support Ngozi. And when they are supporting Ngozi, they should not be expecting magic now. Because canker worms and cancerous human beings, they worked with Simon. And Simon threw up that arm. Kana batonyo bula. Also. You see, these men, they will die for the good men to stand. And when we keep on saying that we welcome them, Sunanda, si aja na loya kando mafuzo kuru. Abu na emehia, akwa mbobala gara 2 steps forward. These fools will drag us 4 steps forward, 4 steps backward. And government should ask that fool 4 million enyeria, gini ko jiri eme. And ye je think ba makande la tuego. Ke makwala la nde la tuego enye jego ge wulo. Jure go ga azu cushion. Jure go ge ti ogodo. Tuego ge boga baraguru. Ha carry on li irota army, train them. The deputy defense secretary, train them. In fact, government should buy phone and give to them. And onyo abuna batrana this new recruit. The commanders agenye asenseni busabotua kill you straight. Because I hapoge as na jeji charge I happy I wait to be yoga poor me. But boy, that is the pattern and the Hausa jaga. After any impose threat on them, they will kill you. If Rob you ma la seek forgiveness, I say ho. Okay, nyaro. Okay, mekwa nyaro. He walk with Ngozi. Onye gi 4 million. He catch you be sindig under you. Kaha sees the operation for 5 weeks, a month and 1 week.
Nonsense. All right. On the map.
Le queer. Gullible once ala korogaka.
I can't begin to.
All I meant the Kwosigi, no, but all the go koyade, we must talk about them. But while we talk about them, we should treat them with will I call it a less concerned concentration. Because these fools, Halemayaro, COS, I la for akoroge. Continue. Eshivakwana. Umunna na brotherly wete ego. Unu wete ebe na ego. Nwanne anyị nwoke nọ na Ghana Emeka Ghana. Amaghọ m ige ego anyị. Ke nwenye ga-esendiri gị ya. Iwe wela gị. Wete ego. Yes, like that woman on money here, even more like woku, I can't comprehend with her level of understanding and knowledge. The wisdom I cannot comprehend. But open Ijeho Igama. Let me because of na also go Simon. That same fool. But I see last year that ni here me just support to get kere. But na have document Simon no sign it. Si na Ngozi ga no anya. Yeah, because ya nyekwa anyị document Simon no sign it. Si no get kere ga bu APM.
Just imagine.
Nyekwa anyị document Simon no sign it. Classified document Simon no sign it. Si na CRC ga bu electionary body. Game appoint leaders. Ma ọ bụ na ya pụọ. This bunch of fools should not be deceiving us, and the ones following them should desist from following them, because what you are doing to yourself is what the Ijaw are doing. Let me tell you people today, if you are an ardent follower of politics and politicking in Nigeria, the Ijaw people, they are not going to learn their lesson. They will not learn any lesson. Tinubu is a master planner. I've said it in one program, either Obi-Wan program or where I'm discussing with our people. I told them that if me, Akonye Wetere, were anything element ties in Nigeria, do you know the politician that I will follow, I will queue behind? Tinubu. Up till Tinubu will die. Maybe when he dies, maybe Tinubu nwacha before enwere onye ọzọ a politician ga-adị ka ya nwa. Akwụkwọ that man gụrụ o ji eme politics. Akụgo m few of them. If 48 law of power, that man ọ bụ na ọgụ akwụkwọ ahụ ọ gụrụ ya more than 10 times. If the history of this man, what are they calling him? That killed Jews in Germany. What is his name? Adolf Hitler. All that thing the man. Follow that man. All go there 15 times. Name them. He is the greatest politician that we ever live in Nigeria. If to say I love Nigeria, Nga not behind that man. If it will be, they are all puppet. He will deal with them.
He done the dream now. He done the dream. You know, you don't see a day for
he's a master planner.
No, with them.
Obuna macho his soil in my hand in Nigeria. Nka join English bandwagon of Tinubu. But that's a reserve. So because Ngozi ya tighten everywhere, you can't anybody money. Obi will say account. Go and verify. From now henceforth, you know go. Okay, man, empty drum, make the loudest noise.
Definitely.
You see all these people, they will make noise. Whoa, 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 whoa. Because if you build on lie, it is bound to fail. Leave them. As the cloud is gathering, at a time, or let me say, even today, it will look like they are winning, but they will fall like Tower of Babel. If the almighty DOS will fall and hide their faces in shame today, who is Ogenkere? Who is Nwanyisiocha? Ndị anụnwa bụ ndị ọjọọ, and the government hapụ ha ndị ọbụla soro ha emetekwara ha ebere, both ndị nọ on ground. Ịma na onye ọjọọ na-abụ ọgara ime ọhịa gbuo pụta n'iro sonye na-egbu. They are the one killing those people. They are the one buying them. And the more we advocate for them not to be pied, the more we are adding life to them. Let them go, cross carpet, go, and they will get pied. And when they pie all of them, maybe the remaining ones that will come back, see Meha Commoner. You know, we talk about history. Just like as Uncle Maxwell was talking about Ghana, I did talk about the Kumeku War. The tough time that we gave the Britain, the Belgians, the Portuguese. We left indelible mark on them. That is why they will never forgive Igbo. That means you say, should go and study about who the Igbo that you come out of, who they are. A clearer picture, the hatred ndị ọcha nwere n'ebe anyị nọ. Fulanis and Hausas, they did not hate our people. All Britain, France, named them, told them that it happened there. They will finish you people. And they were not able to ask them, how would these people overshadow us? They call gospel good spell. Are they going to overshadow us in good ways or bad ways? But they painted that picture that Igbos, if you allow them, they will overshadow you people. Now, let me leak this secret for you. Soludo, you know, Ulo Soludo nwere ebe obibi Soludo rụ na Abuja is times 3. Ulo rụ n'ala Igbo ebe obi. And you are telling him to subscribe into getting a Igbo, so that all this almighty dome or na Abuja ebe obi oje mukonga ka akụrie ya. That's why this one na mmiri a enwe ihe ga-eme ka ọ hapụ ịma. Posterity will judge. You see these things we are doing today, whatever we say. That is why whenever I come up to speak, I will speak with my heart. I will pour it. Posterity will judge. Tomorrow, the days to come, people, our children will be digging these our voices to teach people. Then, to the ones that say we are doing saga, their generation will be covered in shame. To those that are speaking the truth, maybe my children or my people, they will listen to us. They will know that we advocated for the right standing of our people. So, government, more we come, more we come. Hagashasha, more confession. When they write that their first publication and their agenda, their master told them, you must back it up with video. Look at how that fool came out to disgrace himself. But I love it. I love it. So it makes me to know that what we are doing, or file ago, is hitting them. So my people, ayo kanna yonu, ndile wetego. One night nwoke mekagan iwege wela. It took you up to an hour to blast that harlot because she conscripted you people into Otunoke Ezinụlọ. And she thought that if she had burst and start yapping nonsense, that you people will follow her and give her money. She'll be painting her nails, buying chocolate and drinking wine. But as you yourself, you were lamenting that had it been, you will use that 5 million that you used to buy Makbara to complete your project. Quite all right, it's fine. But my dear brother, look what you will pay 10 million to complete your project. Only one policy. They will demolish that project Lasaba. Ndị ga-adịkwa save ka mgbakwu n'eziokwu Lasaba bụ ndị Anioma, because majority of them believe wago na ha bụ ndị Igbo. Majority of them ikwu okwu ifu na olu ha na-adịrị nne eburu ndị Ijo. Ịma Ijo abụghị real ndị be anyị, ọ ndị nọ na slave site. Ha ga-atakwa afụfụ. Fulani ga-emekwa ha ihe ndị ekwukwe nke m nwekwa ya na-atụ ụjọ. ihe nlefu kasị bụ ihe m kọnetịrị. Enwe ihe ga-eme ka ihe agha rapụ ịdị ha. Ebe Benue na-ebe akwa today, ụmụnne m, unu mata na mkpụrụ onye ọbụla kụrụ ọla dị ndụ ọghọrọ ya. Ihe niile Asari mere, because Asari emeghị ihe alone. Those are Savannah boys o zipụtara Imo steeti ala egbusisi ndị be anyị. All his people. Ha ga-erikwe ha o. Adịjọ adịkwa ha bụrụ onye n'ala Igbo na-edughị ụmụnne gị because of na power nọ gị aka today. Maka chikere mụ na gị labụ, mmiri ga-eri gị. Soludo nwere ụlọ na ugwu Hausa, o nwere ụlọ na abroad. Nke chichara before banye si US latabashi Anambra. Ọ bụ na ndị EFCC edelayi la airport for questioning. Last was it 3 days. Anya Simbosos were Soludo in. Call move to US. Now, who is fooling who? So, my dear brothers and sisters, many is to be said, much is to be said, but few beyond the motherland. They will come with their damage control and they will say who they are. Whenever they will come back, please, my dear government, accept them as a Biafran, but do not assign any work again to them. Because I'll keep saying it. Had it been that Simon welcomed Ajiri and Sonny Akbarawa and allowed them to be just ordinary Biafran, they will not have platform to be deceiving people today. It's just like he adopted hyena when it was still small and fed the hyena to the extent they want to devour him today. So biko Ngozi nwanyị ọma, make sure na ị tighten, because ihe ile eme today gosiri na ị study go these people wee for her. You send money to Ada, you assisted Ada when she was doing wo several times on a platform here. He send the area super chat $50, $100. Today, ọla akpọghị terrorist. Hapụ ya, ndị Igbo tụrụ idu si n'ihe ha tọrọ n'ukwu eze ada eju ọnụ. They are crying that the money Biafrans are contributing to you, that you are not giving it to the men on the ground, that is why they did not have enough. Have those fools forgotten what Ogenkere said on that first press conference I mere? No ya nwa kwụrụ ụgwọ hall, no ya nwa wetere ego, no na-abụ ihe gbado Simon n'olu ya send ego ahụ ngwụla, ya jikwa ebe ahụ ọ dị wetakwa send kwere ha. Success gwara Dabofun na ha rụ n'ọrụ, ọ kwụsị ọrụ for 5 weeks. The same ha ma kwụsịrị ọrụ for 5 weeks gbapụtakwara basina na-egbusisi ndị be anyị. Otu okwu ahụ Ngozi Lada ekwu na osimiri ada eru onye n'afọ ụkwụ ya, onye ọ sọrọ ya nọrọ egbuo ya, aga afụ gị again. Ya jisi ike nwaanyị ọmala ọ latara every day. Ihe na-eme m to be more in love with Yama, with her government, because Chukwu nyere ya amamihe. Ụmụnne m, ayọ ka m na-ayọ unu weta ego unu nye ya ebe ọ ga-abara unu uru. And onye ọbụla na-eweta ego asịkwana up until egosi ya ebe a na-eme na we no be them. Those people mere na we no be them, time has proven that there were lies. Terrorists lay akwa ndị amị, they were all lies. They deceived Simon. So, my dear sister, do not let them deceive you. Do not let them deceive you. Ndị ga-alụrụ anyị ọgụ a nwere ike ọ bụrụ na ọgbọ ga ka ha ga-apụta onye marụ gentle marụ ọkụ ji ọfọ ala tigbuo ya because ọ na-ala enye ego ka o ji agbapụ nwa ọsọ agbaga ebe ọ na-ehi na họtel ego kwụsị ịbịa agụ ga-ebugodo ụzọ kpopụcha ụkwụla nwa. So I yield for others to talk. But mmiri onwe ihe ga-emekwa hapụ iri ndị Igbo. And ka m gwa gị eziokwu, onye ọbụla aka ya dị ọcha enwe ihe ga-eme ka mmiri die ya. So the earlier we understand and we know, it will be ya bụrụ nna m sapụta jiri maka nwere onwe si Fulani gbagbuo ya mmenwa gwara gị because aga m support ihe ọjọọ. Ụtọ bụrụ ndị ahụ n'ofuru ha jọrọ njọ dị ọjọọ ha jọrọ njọ ọjọọ na-ekwesịghị ka ha dị ndụ.
Thank you so much, my brother Akonyewethe. Appreciate you for that amazing speech and contribution, and I hope my fellow Biafrans are watching and listening. We must not get distracted. We must pay attention and never get distracted. Wherever you are watching this program from, you must be up and doing. I think our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. DPMDrNgoziOrabueze, is going to be live by 7 p.m. Biafran time. I think she's going to be live 7 p.m. Biafran time, and we are going to stream it live so that Biafrans can listen to what she has to say. Don't make sure you are part of that program. 7 p.m. wherever you are, please don't miss that program. It is very, very important. Not after she responds and gives information, you will come back and begin to ask questions or you begin to think on different directions. It is important that we pay attention. Tomorrow, remember, it is the 40th birthday of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko. And also our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nandekan, will be in court. So we have different programs lined up for us today and tomorrow. And we must be attentive and pay attention. The whole thing is becoming much more clearer than before. If you are still confused at this point in time and you're a Biafran, I'm sorry. I can't help you. I can't help you. Just be wherever you think you are is comfortable for you until we get to Biafra. When we get to Biafra, then we can settle it. Because everything is becoming much more clearer. And the only place we have strength, faith, and belief that we can be able to have good economy, have security, is in Biafra. There is nothing else. Anybody that is preaching anything to you apart from Biafra is deceiving you. I want to share with us a video. In that video, you are going to see the atrocities of the Fulani Janjaweed in Biafran territory, more especially in Enugu State. The atrocity of the Fulanis, how they have destroyed and how they have chased people away from their village entirely, and they take over the village. And nobody is doing anything. This is a place where you have a governor. This is supposedly a country. Today you see them declaring state of emergency in a state in Biafra land. They are declaring state of emergency. But in that zoological republic, there are places where the terrorists have taken over completely. Terrorists are in charge. No human being is living there. And they don't deem it fit to declare state of emergency there and return the people back to their homes. This is what is happening, and nobody seems to be paying attention. I'm going to share the video so that we can watch. Let's watch and see this video.
Yamufi, Enugu State, I've been telling you people that for many years now, all the villagers don't run away. Look at everywhere. Look at their market. Bush don't fool their market. Look at their market. That market you are seeing is a very busy market. But right now, you don't go see anybody there. If you enter inside that village, you don't go see anybody. Houses, bush, don't fool everywhere. The villagers don't run away because of Boko Haram Fulani herdsmen. And the former governor of Enugu State, Ugwani, he couldn't save his people. Even this governor of Enugu State, Governor Peter Mba, couldn't do anything. Boko Haram Fulani herdsmen, they are still massacring, slaughtering. Villagers are running away. Look at their market, empty. If you enter inside village, that place is very, very big. Nobody, no, you don't go see anybody. Houses empty. Villagers, they don't pack their property, run away from their village. And we have two governors, former governor Ugwani and Pitamba. They couldn't serve their people. They couldn't even take any action. No security, nothing. It's a very shameful thing to these two governors. Become governor by mistake. I don't know, become governor by mistake. They are not worthy to become governor. They are not capable to do anything. They have no strength to fight against Fulani Herdsmen and Boko Haram. Only what they have strength is to fight against Biafra, fight against IPOP. That is the only way where they have strength. That is the only way they will send jet fighter. That is the only way they will send armored car. But look at their village, empty. People have run away in Amufi. Bush just full everywhere. And if you enter inside this village now, what they tell you, you don't go see anybody there. They are running away. Do you see what is happening in Nigeria? Can you see? We have passed a bill in Ghana, then they are selling land. You put them, but they are selling land. They go pursue you for your home. Government will take that place. They will selling it. That is only selling land in Ghana, but they cannot even protect the people of Enugu State. It's a very shameful thing to these two governors. I'm telling you people the truth that Enugu State Ayamufi is not safe. People is not there for many years. And the governors are busy doing other things. You don't care.
What you just saw is a full community deserted. No single soul in this community. You see how the whole place is. You've just seen by yourself how the whole place is ransacked. Just look at how the environment is. Look at their road have turned to bushes. It has turned to complete bush road. The speaker there said it's a harmful to be precise. Look at their market where they trade before. Look at the market. You see the market? It has turned to a forest. This is a market. You see? The buildings fall down. No single soul. An entire village. And these people left there. And the government doesn't deem it fit to declare state of emergency in this kind of a place. If there is any place to declare state of emergency, look at the market. Look at. No single soul. It has turned to a complete desert. Nobody. Everybody ran away because of the terrorist Fulanis. Because of the terrorists. And the governors don't care. The presidents don't care. The country doesn't care. Where other place can you declare state of emergency apart from this? A place where your citizens have been driven away from their own land, in their own land where they own, where they were born. Today you see people in IDP camp. They have been in IDP camp for 20 good years. Some people are born in IDP camp. They marry in IDP camp. They don't know any other place apart from IDP camp. And these people have their own indigenous homes in a country. But they took their military and they shift them to a place where people are asking for their legitimate right of self-determination. Then the empty land where you are supposed to protect, you are not protecting them. You are not doing anything. Terrorists are taking over completely and people are running away from their home. And yet, when we come out and we speak and we say, let us go for self-determination, that Biafra is the only solution, some idiots will come out and begin to challenge what we are saying. When we speak about the atrocities of Nigeria, that Nigeria itself is a terrorist government, is what they have, a terrorist country. This is why. What you are seeing today is why. Look at it for yourself. And see if that is not enough. Now, let us listen to a testimony from the people in Enugu State. Let us hear a testimony, first-hand testimony from them on what they are going through, on what they have passed. Then,
the about to the woman rape. I may admit no so you have here name. Many times, the man had a Jesubo. AJ, I try. Never even the outside or no economic design. AJ Kakoy, Anon, another. Abia with a chop on down. Then I got a dinner buying, and you open a heavy, so the man had a Jesubo. for many months now. Stay the 3 months now.
3 months from when to when?
Came of recent. Here to go in Habido. Habido since baby do away. When came of recent, come
Okay, go 2 weeks.
Okay, go 2 weeks.
Okay, moment.
That
was on 17th
of February.
17th of February.
Yes.
So, but before a rape, we get any other incident to record from 2022 till now, till the time we rape the woman?
Since 2022, have been happening in community. Gong.
Okay.
No, that ever had
80th of December
2022.
Okay, December 2022. Okay.
I had 3 consecutive times. We came in November. I didn't better than ever that day. Over the other bridge on the other side. Had the river lodge. Ever can handle it.
Okay.
Who are those people in there?
Okay, so we have the 2022.
Yes.
Okay, so from 2023 till now, we give us till the time of the rape.
You had a minute 2023, you may be high chronubo. Gaka made 2024. Then the ending of 2024, even this year, I believe for us.
Okay, so if you don't.
Yes.
From January till now, apart from wine now, here Jerubo. When we go over and have your bonde mother between January and
I want everybody to pay attention to the kind of question these idiotic press people are asking. They try to implicate, they try to shift the blame on the people of the village, more especially to the Biafrans themselves. They try to exonerate the Fulanese. That is why you just listen and see the kind of line of question that we are asking them. And also belittling the life that have been lost. When they are talking about loss of life, they will say only 1, only 2, only 3, as if they are talking about animals. These are human beings you are talking about. Just listen, and these people, I think this delegate we are saying from the government, you see the kind of question they are asking these indigenous people, just to exonerate the Fulanese. And I thank Chukwu Kamara that we are able to express themselves and say it the way it is. Let us pay attention closely and hear their line of question and the way they respond.
Have a big woman or two, Eba.
Have a woman or two.
Last year. On a farm, Kahana made them at a time. And we came out now by a banya.
So now one came this year.
Came this year. Neighbor.
Because I know why reports now. Managani okay,
Friday.
Thank you. The truth is, what I do, I'm going to come this year. Last year, I got to say again, I don't have one mother.
My brother, that is it. Just you see. Just imagine the kind of question I do want. Then we came this year. That means the people that have been killing all this while doesn't really matter. They don't care anymore. Sometimes they will ask them, only 2 people. Oh, you said they were 5. They were making video and they said they were 5. But here you say it's only 2. Very, very annoying questions.
Afambo Isaiah Malaki. From apart from Kalmere in 2022, that was on 8th December and 18th. I bought to Tunde Magna village. First and foremost, now everyone got just small part of a farm settlement. I will go farm settlement. Everyone with school, primary school, where churches, where markets. You understand me? The nigga gonna say they can't go under primary school here. We market. Why you got for that gate now? You got me. From that 2022, Candy Flanes seconded by that place. Because they might be a bigger place. Omwakana gas school, name everything that place. Then in 2023, that was on 30th January, Umunena, Ogichukwago and Chukumago. They went to harvest their papa fruits. They were kidnapped. Till date, nobody has seen them.
In 2023?
In 2023, January 30th, till date, nobody has seen them.
You don't be kidnapped?
We are soon on the flank. I am on that place. Yes.
Okay, that's all right.
Yes, we are soon on the flank. And they be many governor.
Let us analyze this place. I want to ask something.
Okay, go ahead.
See, this thing that these people are saying now, if to say our media people. Na sense hard. I'm not talking of you. I'm talking of the other group.
I got you.
The bomber mouth. Now look at 2021, 2022. Kedinde bonde nchekwa ala Igbo dị l'aka. Akwa ndị DOS. And they always come during that time. Bomber mouth kanala ala la log. Ịmụ ihe na-eme ndị Bible ihe agwọ ihe. That one now question I kwesịrị ịjụ ha ọkwa ha na-agbanyega video that ESN are doing great work.
Yes.
Compare now from that 2023, ending of 2022 through 2023. Simon form BLA. Obido koba igwe. Ifugo na ozoku ekwugoro onwe ya na mgbe Simon no na ọchụchere ndị Fulani aka. That is the little thing I want to say. Continue.
Thank you so much.
Not very close to that place. When I saw the gather place, since that day, we begin it now about the two brothers. Only cause of only cause.
That was in 2023.
That was 2023. Started January 2023. Can come. Okay. Then since that time, another Agaubu, Igaubo, they got money. The fair hapta. I forget. I choke a boogie. I forget. I drug it. If you be going to be making it. Never give back. When you can, no, you're going to be making what I got. You can imagine the bind. Like it. The Flani. The farm settlements. Yes. Like Governor goes small now. Look at him. Like the other time, the deputy governor of Biafra.
You didn't hear? The Fulanis are claiming that the place has been sold to them. And they say it brazenly. And even as they are talking, the man is telling them that they are there now. They are still there. He is telling these press people that they are there. But they will never go there to interview them or hear. They will never make any attempt.
Mazi Chooks, this is Enugu, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
About with your AK-47. Yes. I got the other side. That was last week. That was last week. I got for that gate. Gani me. I free here 14 me. Don't understand. So yeah, we here. Okay,
so anyway, some of the video I have in the last 2-3 weeks, and we get any such incident recently.
This
up to 100 people last week. 200
last week. The incident we go, but now after January.
I like a case in a direct manner. Excuse me, I like the no, don't misunderstand me because I have the no. We're not fighting, we're journalists. So I have the because of any journalism. We want to clarify on our own because we've heard so many reports. So it is not a combative journey, so we want to hear from the people. So in what case we will be more than 100, 200.
In November,
just imagine that kind of question.
2024. One I work at Garubu, Ikech Cock and Mochuar now. The Flane Jide Ibu. Nambuji as well. 1 month go do somebody was killed the same day. Then one on your cable now buy Abara Ibenaka. So they bullet in injury. Then na January, the buy Garubu, Fuzo Sunday month. The car to up to 4 persons. The team name is January. So the team name is
which
yeah.
Mazi choose. Look, anyway, because for me, actually, this man Nigeria, that is my BP na there.
Very annoying question. Very annoying.
My BP. The team name is terrible. It's terrible. Because that is, I don't know how I feel.
To comprehend
and then the Nigeria probably then who state themselves. This kind of politician. And the boy as I saw I saw I saw one ozu eji n'ili agaghị ekpochi ala. So you want the whole village to be wiped away before government will react or before they will recognize people are being killed. Nah, and this makes me every day if I watch this kind of thing, I will continue. That is, I'll be so angry with this man called Ogenkere. And people who tell me that I'm Ogenkere sign, I stop. I did not work for 6 weeks. And you collected money. Nah, my BP in area. I'm telling you. It's terrible.
They choose where Pia because all may be pink and malari because where Pia none there no one, there no one. If we mean like what lawyer, man, only them can happy Monday. Before what new people got fight, we boogie then da. To the extent that this year, Kianga governor ABC tende mmadụ ka abịa jọọ dịka ajụcha ha ajụjụ a n'ihu akwụkwọ agakwala asịsị ha hapụnụ na onu nwala kọs ya ọ because of nuna support sa egbubunata ndị a pardon me then ifuze na ha ka asị we no gree again ọ meje ekwu ka gọọmenti gbaa nkata ọfụma na akwụrụ then continue their work ha ga-abịazi bịala anyị na ayọ abeg come and help us but this one I lay more enforce to them. That is why the little people is gareba. Onye nyere ego ichekwaba ụmụnne gị 4 million. Iwere ya nọgide ya alala ike. Si na success kpọrọ gị. Afọ takwara ndị mmadụ mmiri o. I swear to God. Onwe ndị ọ bụ na ngwu spirit enwe ndị ngeje togbuola anyasị a. Afọ tara ndị mmadụ mmiri, I swear to God.
Let's hear from Bromax. Bromax, say something before we proceed.
You see, my MC will draw say, "Away no good in her." It seems no way no good. Only him choriku. Only him choriku. And if you are from Enugu or an Enugu indigene, please don't count it against me. The videos were there. When Mazen Namdekano set up ESN, is he not part of Enugu that said ESN should not come? Is he not the same part of Enugu? When Mazen Namdekano forced ESN to enter there and chase them away, what happened? Later on, you saw them exchanging bitter cola, cola nuts, and so many other things. You don't play the video. Someone ever played the video. They played the video. Why are they now crying? Why are they crying that they are killing them? Why? When you romanticize with foul, onye ya na nwa ọkụkọ na-akpa nkata, nwa ọkụkọ ga-anyụga si na apata. If you are too much romanticizing with a fowl, that fowl will defecate on your laps. That's what is happening. It's quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate. Why must it be Enugu? Why? Enugu is the central of all the eastern region. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Do you know the reason why these people are fighting to take it over? All the killings is there. All the attacks are there. Do you know the reason why they are taking it over? They want to fight and take it over. Because that is the seat of the Biafra Old Eastern region. Every decision making during our eternal leader Ojukwu was done at that Enugu, the coal city. Go there today, what is happening gradually. What did not happen when our eternal leader was alive? Today is happening there. It is there now. You will have Biafran people bearing a large Chukwuemeka. It is there. It is in Enugu that you have one of the biggest Islamic edifices in Nigeria. Enugu. Why Enugu? In the Enugu of Ogene. Why must some of you allow this to happen? Why? Your governor is not talking. The BLA will never be at all the place at all the time. They cannot. They are not spirits. This is the reason why I spoke to our people. You cannot, whatever, there is what they call the first. I know that it's very, very difficult because you cannot engage a man with automatic assault rifle with 10 gun and double barrels and pump action guns. No, you cannot. But when we were doing it to them, Manza Namba Kano, Simon Ekpa was doing it to them. What did you people do? What did some of you do in Enugu? What did you people do? Me. Look. Hanama Sonsi. Nata na bogo. Niru. I mean, Nobi. Nata na bum nanya. Mbanaga me kwenunu. Aga me kweke makpomanya. Aga me kweke makpomanya. These are some of the problems that we have. The Mayeti Allah went straight. Look at what they are doing. The Mayeti Allah went straight to Channels TV and told the world that because of ESN as established by Mazen Nabekano, they can no longer do their business in Southeast. They thought that it was a joke. When Mazen Nabekano was captured, within that space, you allow them to come in. You allow them to come in again. Mazen Samuel Ekpa came in again and begin to ransack them. Immediately, you allow him again. You allow them to come in again. Now you are complaining. You think that your governors that are in bed with this criminal will come for you. Like Nnamoche said, the last speaker. Let them look at you. They are not Alibo. Chai! Igwe enwekwareze o. Igwe enwereze.
It is so sad.
Is this what happening? Is this what happening in Biafra land or where?
It's in Biafra land. It's in Biafra land. It's in Biafra land. They're still in that Enugu state. When they will destroy the farms. They will take away the cassava. They will root out the cassava and they will feed the cassava to their cows.
You see, that is.
Choose. I think I'm sure because ndị baya da agba na-akpụ direct n'ala. Ka ndị Enugu agba direct n'ala.
No, that's what I'm saying. If you
ndị baya da agba direct n'ala.
If you look at the topography too.
Yes.
If you look at the topography too, Alandi Buandere like this. Allah Biafra there like this.
Oh, Benue, southwest.
This one will be maybe like
direct. I'm not trying to defend this, but I'm just studying this thing. That's what I'm telling you.
Our people, anyana akwapu hip otu na say me na Enugu or Ebonyi. I na agba na but he lay the environment at our side because I will see her na bang.
Okay. That's what I'm trying to.
In a labor, eba deka desert, or deka Nasarawa, or deka Akwanga area. That is what I'm looking at.
Looking at what these people are doing, looking at what these idiots are doing, who in his right senses will allow this to be happening to the farmers? And tomorrow you'll be crying about hunger in your country. You have hunger, you're not cultivating. Look at where somebody planted cassava. You will take your cow there, uproot the cassava, and feed your cow.
Willingly, intentionally, they did it in Rivers State too. These same people, they did it in Rivers State, where one of our sisters from Rivers State was crying.
Even Timaya, label 2 days ago. Even Timaya.
You don't mean Timaya?
2 days ago. 2 days ago, all they call Nigeria now.
Child.
It's good, huh? It's good to reach everybody.
Some of us
Nigeria, for all of them,
especially those people in the city.
Look at for all of them that are validating Nigeria. This is
okay. This one buy.
You see?
Kaga for Enugu State la side Abia. For the other one, them Kabo buy Enugu Abia na Delta as inside the Wari. You witness all this type of plantation.
Just imagine.
But if you look at the situation, if you look at the farmland itself, it's clear. When you go to our side, we have trees that are standing because we don't normally cut the trees when we were planting.
Just look at somebody's farm. You take cow into the farm where they plant corn.
This is evil.
Just imagine.
But what do you expect? People that are meant to destroy. What do you expect? If there are human beings there, they will destroy them joint. They will kill, they will buy everyone in that particular place that challenges them right now. These people are ready. Their arm wing is there waiting, around there waiting, supporting them. I'm telling you, this is the kind of people you say we should live together. Our elders, some of them, look at what they were. They think they said, oh, they have sold the place. What are people coming here to do? They have sold the place. Who sold the place to you? The point of all this thing is it not the governors and the chiefs? I listened to one Fulani one time. He was saying that, oh, it's not their fault. When they come to a state, a place, they will go to the chief. And the chief, once they give the chief one cow included in their heads, then they will now allow them and give them a place to stay. So it is not their fault. And that Fulani guy was very, very educated. When you listen to him speak, you know that this one has gone to school.
I told you people one time that when they come to my village, my dad is the secretary of our village. I'm telling you, 2013, they offered 500,000 to my dad. My dad said no. One night, I was still. One night, that's when I don't know how to put it.
The most funny side of all these things is this. All these cars you see are owned by most of Nigerian politicians. All these cars you see are owned by all those Carlos and Buhari's them and all the whole top men in Nigeria who steal people's property, the public fund, the government money, and they use it in their own private businesses. And these cows will go inside the poor people's farm and destroy it. Have you had one day that one government called all those farmers and compensated them? Have you had anything like that? Not only that they will destroy the farmers, they will kill majority of them. It was during this criminal Obiano that made a law that if any farmer kill a cow in Anambra State, he will pay 500,000 naira. And if any Fulani kill any farmer, he will pay 500,000 naira. So he what do you call it?
With the cow.
Yes, with a cow. So if you kill a human being, you pay 500,000. If you kill a cow, so for you to see the kind of thing that we are suffering in Nigeria, all these cows you see are owned by all those billionaires.
There is something.
So
see, let me say this. Do you know? I was discussing because I am involved in this cattle rearing as well because of the family one we inherited from our father in our Upper East region. See, let me tell you, like in Nigeria, I have assessed it. One guy, I was in a space with one guy from Plateau State. That guy was telling me that, you see how this Fulani, do you know the amount these people are making from these cattle? Do you know the amount that they are making from this cattle? They said, according to their statistics, I don't know how true it is, Lagos consume over 10,000 heads of cattle every day.
Oh, 6,000, 6,000.
Is it 6,000? Okay.
6,000 every day.
Okay, 6,000 every day. And one head, let's say of about 2 years to 3 years cow, well fed, like this one that is here, these ones that are here now, there is none of them that cannot be within 250,000 to 300,000.
Then
one of this one with the big horns, this particular one here with the big horns.
Not now, not now.
Then no, not now.
Okay, so let me say then. Now, if you are consuming in a day 6,000, multiply it by, let's say, 300,000 a day, multiply it in a week, then multiply it in a month, and multiply it again in a year. So there is not paying tax. None of them is paying tax. They are not paying tax. They are not. That is in Lagos alone. You've not added Anambra. Let's say, okay, that is Lagos alone. You've not added the rest of the states in Southwest. You've not added Southeast, South. Because the same Fulani, they don't eat their cows. They don't eat it. They don't eat this cow. They don't eat
ram.
The day is 1.8 billion.
Good. You see, that is a day. Multiply it by 1 week. Multiply it by 1 month and 1 year. That will tell you. So that is the reason why when anywhere they can sacrifice more than 10 million to your people, to those criminal politicians and the kings and the queens within those areas, the chiefs, they will begin to speak in the other way of their mouth. Just imagine the interview. Even if you kill one person, is that not enough for you to wake up and defend your land until they kill 100, until they kill 120? Until, you see, they have changed the mindset of our people into believing in abnormalities. That is what I have said. One person, let me tell you one, let me round up with this. Let me land with this. Okay. The last election, presidential election in Ghana here, happened. The security operatives police killed 4 people in a place they call Ayawasu, Wagon, East, in our greater Accra region. 4 people. 4 people who, see my hand, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It was like they killed 1,000 in Ghana. And those operatives today, despite that it was the government maybe they supported that were there, they are in prison today. Can you do that in the zoo?
It's impossible.
Can you do that in the zoo? It can never happen in the zoo. Why do you want me to now continue to validate such nonsensical entity that doesn't value life, rule of law? Anybody that is validating that nonsense, that person is a fool. That person no get sense. That person, I won't go more than this is the reason why I'm angry with this Ogenkere and Co. Look at what is happening. From that time, Mazi Sambo Nekpa, Prime Minister, was isolated from us. Tell me what they have done, if not destruction. If not destruction, look at what is going on. They cannot come out and say this is what they have done. They will not come out and say, but only propaganda and smear campaign against the person that is there right now, which is the COS. He came, bro. Oh, there was something Mazi Nambekanu said some time ago. So Mazi Nambekanu said, the kind of hate or stubbornness of our people, if not that God has sent him to come and do this job, he could have just gone home and relaxed. Kande Fulani, no, unkunisi, liuni gunisi. No Fulani, liuni gunisi. On your own land, look at what they are doing to you. on your own land, your own ancestral land. Look at what they are doing to you. Until you don't have any kind of force like BLA, Biafran Defense Force, that is one way or the other telling them. It's a pity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Max. I appreciate you for that very contribution. And I think we've almost gone to rounding up now. So before we got around that, let's give space for our beloved sister Ojugo. She's back. Let's hear from her the contribution she has to make. Go ahead, my sister.
Okay. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Let me just take a step out of the office. Okay, there we go. So, I just want to support our brother. I think is it Otumwamwane, right? You know. Akonye Wetre, yes, Akonye Wetre. You know, when he was talking, the way to deal or sanitize the military or saboteurs. Because if you uproot a weed from the grass, it will completely die away. And if you don't, and maybe like here, sometimes you have something that the cell that you spray on the grass, you know, to kill the wind, you might end up killing your grass. So, but I'm happy the way the DPM is handling issues now, like really sanitizing the whole people and training them, because even if that guy came out and say success did that, I'm sure they're not just gonna put him back. They need to have training. You can see how he's even looking like somebody who was. When I saw that video, I knew him, you know, but when I saw that, I thought he was sick. Even at the point, I thought maybe he was drunk or influence of something, you know. So, but she is doing that sanitizer. She is really training them. And before they can put anybody to lead any group of army, the person needs to go through thorough training. We don't want to see something like this, because I mean, how would international world see somebody like this as a leader, you know, a military leader or army lead, whatever the rank they call them, you know. So I support him really on that, and I know the DPM is doing that, you know. She's really doing the job, and that's why she's facing the challenge that she's facing now. She's not a pushover, you know. It's either you're there and get a proper training and have some decency, because you might not go to school, but when you are properly trained,
definitely,
you can do better.
Yes.
You know, so they're doing that. They're doing that. You have to meet a standard of a government before you can lead. You know, so she's she knows what she's doing, and yeah, if Simon has like all these saga people, put them where they belong before, some of this will not have even come up in the first place. But it's okay. We'll learn every day. At least that's a lesson for our leader right now, you know, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. We'll learn every day. Experience is also, we'll say, it's the best teacher, you know. So that's that. But for this harassment. I don't. I even took away the video when it was gone because it's just an eyesore. It's just an eyesore, and there is no way on this planet Earth, even myself as I'm talking, to have anything whatsoever with that type of human being. I'll prefer to die. Put that knife on my neck than have anything with human beings like this. I don't know if they're human beings or they're part of the cow. I have no idea. Even cow is better. But there are some countries that even worship cow, you know. But this I don't know where to clarify this type of people that have two legs and one head. You know, I don't know. So we will continue moving, and I really thank you, Chus, of bringing this, renewing our head and the speeches of our leader. You know, it creates a big impact in our life, and it makes us strong to know the path to go. You know, Akonye did a good job analyzing that Bufu over there that is influence of, and I'm pretty sure that man was an influence of something, you know. It wasn't himself. Yes, you could see that. It's so clear that he was an influence of something, you know. So, yeah, thank you everybody that has spent time. I was on the YouTube watching, but I got to work now, you know. So, yeah, we'll continue to work hard, and we hope that the military appreciates, no matter how small we're able to raise, it's not easy. It's not easy. Some of us do, after 8 hours of job, do another overnight job. To be able to have something extra, pay for all your bills, and donate. We're not making money. We don't have any source now apart from what we are donating, what is coming out of our pocket. So we should manage our house. Families do that. My family will do that. We don't have much in our family, but we are the happiest family because we know how to coordinate ourselves. We know how to coordinate ourselves. Everything is not money. So no matter how people are suffering, donating, appreciate it. Use it wisely. And I don't see how you're going to use the money that is meant for life, and life I will say, build a mansion and you live inside it and you're happy. I don't know how people operate, and I don't know how their brain are. So thank you everybody that's, you know, spend their time on this media, and you know, their time going to work, making money, thinking about the fundraising on Saturday, how they're gonna donate it, you know. We all appreciate each and every of you, you know, and I think God bless each and every one of you.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. I appreciate you. Thank you for that amazing contribution. You have spoken well, and I appreciate everyone that has joined this platform today, both those who are in the comment section sharing and also making their comments. I appreciate everyone, and we have come to the end of this very program. I'm going to give everybody 1 or 2 minutes for us to give our closing remark as we round up. We have already nailed it today, and we will continue tomorrow. Remember, I think we are having a program again by 7 p.m. Biafra time. I think the Deputy Prime Minister is coming live to address Biafrans. So try to key in and also get the information directly. Tomorrow is a very important day also. Remember, we have 2 programs tomorrow. Our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekano will be in court, and from every indication, he is going to represent himself. Remember, we are in self-defense. Our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekano is going to be in court tomorrow to self-defend himself. And I bet you, we know that the enemy is there. Another criminal have been employed to go to undertake that case. But I bet you, Chukwu Okukabiama is ahead of us, and we must defend ourselves at all times. And our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa's birthday is tomorrow. We are going to be celebrating with him and pray for him to join us the next time. We are going to talk about this very celebration, and Chukwu Okukabiama will bring him to us as soon as possible. Let us hear from our brother Greg. Use 1 or 2 minutes, my brother Greg, and give us a closing remark as we round up.
Yes, thank you so much, and thank you, Biafrans who have been listening. We thank God for today as we are coming to the closing. I just want to use this little 1 minute again to send my message to the man or to the men on army in Biafra land, to ask them to let them question themselves. And all this propaganda that they're bringing against Dr. NgoziOrabueze, if they were in the shoe of NgoziOrabueze, would they accept it? Somebody come out and told us that he was paid 4 million naira. And this time, this money was paid to you. Walmart must have been from the beginning of this new government when they started this donation newly. And you were sending that money. And all this while they have been calling this woman criminal. He has not been given any military, any money, and you just keep quiet. Just think it in your mind. If it were you, will you be happy? How can you be happy if it were you? And they have not been able to question that person that you said you are following him because Prime Minister did not give any letter to you to follow Dr. NgoziOrabueze. And he had heard the whole stories and how everything started. He have not been able to question him after the PM was removed from us, before 48 hours. And according to the Igbo tradition, he says, so how come there is memo immediately? If you so much love Simon Ekpan, you as the army of Biafra, if you so much love him, you have not asked Ogenkeri, what did he know that we don't know that made them to raise that memo under 48 hours when we did not hear from Simon Ekpan? What did they know? What made them strong to believe that he will not be coming back under 1 week, that they need somebody to replace him? You have not asked Ogenkeri. When he asked you to stop acting, you did not ask him why. What is the consequences of if we stop fighting? All these places that we have gained as ground, and if we start fighting, will the enemy not come back and take them over? That is why military don't stop. Any area they take, they will be fighting so that they will make sure they maintain that ground they have gained. And you as a military, they ask you to relax. You relax, and our people were slaughtering. And they turn it against Dr. NgoziOrabueze, saying that she is the one killing the Biafrans. She is Ebubago, she is this, she is that. And you call you yourself as a military, come out and start calling this woman names. And you have never questioned the person that you are following. All these sensitive questions and all these sensitive things. So ask yourself, are you really coming? Are you really there to gain Biafra? Are you just coming out just to, you think that Biafra is where you can make money? Or do you want to just use your life to play games? These are the questions you will be asking yourself if indeed you are holding any equipment to defend Biafra. Ask yourself question. So I would urge the Biafrans not to look back. Let them stay on the side of the truth. And do not turn against somebody that did not do anything to you, because karma is real and it will surely come back. When it will come, you will not even know that was the injustice you put on another person that is fighting you. So I urge Biafrans to stand on the truth, do the needful, and we must get to our promised land. That is obvious. It's only all this delay and all these distractions is only what they will cost us. But while we're getting there, God is giving us that place. Thank you, and I greet Biafrans.
Thank you so much for that very conclusion. Our beloved brother Maxwell, go ahead and give us your closing remark.
Thank you so much, Mazuchix, and may God continue to bless you and bless each and every one of you that participated in this morning, discussion. Those in the comment section, I salute each and every one of you for the great support that you are giving to this government-recognized platform. May God continue to bless each and every one of you. All our aspirations in terms of Biafra recognition must come to pass. Do not allow anything to dissuade you. Do not allow the smear campaign of the enemy, the breakaway enemies that we have, make you feel otherwise. Let your spirit be lightened up, because Chukwu Okike Abiama is already doing what he wants to do for us. And I will say, may God continue to bless you in everything that you do, you place your hands on, provide for you, so that you will also provide for the liberation and final recognition of the Biafran land. Thank you so much for having me, and stay in peace and take instructions from the United States of Biafra and no one else, no organization other that will give you information or instruction that you, and men in the ground, I will tell you to desist from coming out, showing yourself on social media, on video. Please, the force that you have agreed to volunteer to join and serve is a volunteer thing that you are doing. Your privacy must be maintained, and the discipline must be upheld. The channel of communication must be upheld and respected. If not, you are going contrary to the rules and regulations that guide armed holding men and women. I ask you to do the right thing. As you do that, may Chukwu Okike Abiama bless each and every one of you, home and abroad, and protect us all. I remain your Okene, and I love you all. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Max. We love you too. I appreciate you. Akonyo Wetere, give us your closing remark, 1 or 2 minutes, and let's round it up.
Okay, thank you, Uncle Chooks. Thank you so much. You are one of the singing Biafra, because our great leaders, they did say that we are born for this. And when the time reached, the platform was availed for them to prove their reason for existence. In a media space today, you are born for it. Your humility, your intelligence, and everything, it is not by our making or by your making, but by divine making. God made it. Keep it up. So my parting remark is on these men on the ground. Ụmụnne m, anyị bụ ndị Igbo ga-alekwa okwu ya. A na-enweghị ndị ọzọ ihe ike ga-eme ma ọ daa. Gị bụ onye a ga-eme recruit today, ma gị bụ onye nọ na the military already. Ị jụkwara onwe gị ese ihe mere iji nọrọ ebe anwa. Ọ bụrụ na ihe iji nọrọ ebe ahụ maka ego, chetakwa okwu Nnamdi Kalu kwuru. Ọ bụrụ na ihe iji support one Nigeria because of what you will gain, he told them, go and serve one Nigeria and come back in shame. And ka o siri kwue ka o siri mee, ebe ọ bụ na Almighty Asari nọ n'ọsọ today, ọ ga-eme gị ka ị nwere, will I call it a retrospect? You have to rethink and know that if you know quite all right that you are not called into military, leave the military, because being a military is a humanitarian job. It's like a doctor, it's like a journalist. Find where you are called to be, go there and serve your country. Because when you know you are called to be in a military, you will know that you are called to save life, be what may, come sun, come rain. Go and check how the people that fought during 67, at a time, some of the people that have come to narrate the story, one man from US, he usually appear in Okocha Marcel program. He say his name is John Papi. At a time, he said that people that Ojukwu sent to them could not get to them. they have to devise a means to repel the Nigerian forces. Why are you now doing the same today? And all you shout on social media is money. If there is no money, can't you do the needful? That's the little question I will ask you. Now, on the media, na-ekwu okwu nwere onwe. Eche m ihe mmadụ ji aba moto bụ maka na ebe ahụ ọ chọrọ ije, ọ ga-eji nwokwu ruo ya n'oge, ọ baa moto ka ọ dịrị ya nso. Ị nọ na media today, ị nọ na the same moto na-eji nweta nwere onwe. Kedu ihe ị ga-abatazili ime moto anwa? Ị ma na moto enweghị toilet n'ime ya. You decide ịnyụ nsị n'elu oche gị, or decide ịnyụ ahụrụ, or decide ije lụsa driver ọgụ. Ichile lụsa driver ọgụ nọ nna ka gị ga-anwụ when the motor some assault. Both my driver chọrọ ka ọ nwụọ nwere ike ọ dị ndụ go nwe buru ya ụzọ nwụọ. So ebe ọ bụ na anyị nọ na moto ala ebu anya ala Biafra, onye ọbụla mezie kọnị ya ọfụma. Do not attack the driver. Do not fart. Do not defecate. Do not litter where you are. Because e nwere ike ịnọcha alụcha ahụ pụọ. Onye ọzọ ga-abakwa moto ahụ. The earlier anyị ghọtara na onye ọbụla na-ekwu okwu nwere onwe bụ maka ọdịmma ndị Igbo. Ihe anyị ga-desist from attacking our brothers without evidence. Kwuo nke nwanne gị merụ, igosi evidence. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu sị ya kwa aka ya ziga ebe ya ada. Ana ndị niile ọ kwara aka taa, ebe ọ sịchara na ha ga-ada ka ha dara. So ọ bụrụ ukwu, ọ bụrụ ka bụrụ ilu. So ka anyị gbakọta n'ọnụ nyere onwe anyị aka ka anyị wee laba. N'ihi na ome mma mere onwe ya, ome njọ mere onwe ya. Ịpụta ahụ na media la atụ asị, ịtụcha asị ahụ, echi ị ga-aghọrọkwa mkpụrụ asị tụrụ. Ndị si na omen on the ground na a na-egbu ụmụnne gị. One question m chọrọ ịjụ ha bụ, ọgụ a ịla akpọ this unprepared war ịla akpọ okuta, ọ daa a ga-afụkwa gị echi. Onye dịka Emmanuel Oremi Juice, ịdị opportune to be in the military, in the ESN then. Why did you run away? Kedu ihe mere iji mepe shop a lere sweet lam na chinchem today? Lọta bịa soro anyị lụọ ọgụ. A nọzila ala akọs commotion. Adị m ekwu ya na ọka ndị proud of me, but jee jụọ ese. Ona nna ebe a taa, anọghị m na be nna m gogogo. Fulani nwa anwa sọ nganga gaa my village. Because onye nọ n'ụlọ nọtara ndị nọ n'ama, onye nọ n'ama nọtara ndị nọ n'ụlọ. Egbuo mmadụ kpam, Uncle Chuks m ga-akpọ gị, m ga-anọ na forefront. And all that is why m ji guide my statement. I will not insult anybody. Until you do otherwise, I will insult you with fact. So the earlier ụmụnne m ndị na-akọ ọnụ matara na shu anọghị ịla asịsị gbapụ Ngozi na ị ga-agbanwu ya, and o doro gị anya na ị ga-agbanwu ya, imechi ọnụ. Gị bụ onye mara na ị ga-agbanwu, icherela ihe ọbụla nwere oge. Ọgụ ọnụ na-akpọ oku ọ daa today, ma me ma gị time ga-erukwe akpọọ gị. And ama m n'ọsọ ụkpa bịasị ka ha gbara kunu ya agbakwa again. So ọ ka mmanụ ka hapụ onye gbashu ahụ ka ọ gbara ya, ka o duru anyị jee. Ndị ọka na-eme obi lab anyị ọka nna ya unu. Since ebido kwube okwu nwere onwe a, esobere m onye nsochara, o mecha bụrụ onye rere the struggle. Ala m atụgbu eri. One thing m ga-ayọ gị bụ ihe niile ala ada gwodogodo. Ọ bụ na isonyebeghị okwu nwere onwe a from Nnamdi, mara ka bandị a si akụ. Ayọ ka nna ya gị before ga-ekwuo, before ga-asọpọtụọ, tugbuo before ga-erie. Ndị nọ online akọ ọnụ, unu kwụsị ịkọ ọnụ, mara na ụwa enemy ka anyị nwere, and that enemy bụ Nigeria as an entity, not even the Fulani. Is the system called Nigeria. So the earlier you understand that the system is like a Bermuda Triangle, waiting for you to cross its path for it to swallow you, the earlier you abhor that system and start to make meaning of your place. Oge a unu na-egbu ọya ji Nigeria, ọ bụ na ọ bụghị oge unu hepụrụ ya la-egbu la-ekwekwu nwere onwe, Nigeria agaghị dị consumed. So a word is enough for a wise. Let us come in agreeable terms. Ndị lasịla ngozi adịghị enye ego. Bible said, can two walk if they do not agree? And I cherish our DPM today. Ọ bụ agbara nwaanyị ka ọ bụ, ala m ekwusi ike. Nnekwu nwaanyị ka ọ bụ, Chukwu ji amamihe chọọ ya ahụ. Ya tụ onye ọbụla lekọọ ka ya na ya rụkọ ekwetakwana. Because na nwoke na nwaanyị lụrụ biri n'udo n'ezinụlọ bụ na ha na-abụ kwetere na ha ga-ebiri. So onye ọ bụ onye isi today bụrụ nna anyị, anyị bụ Biafrans bụ nwunye ya, ndị soja bụ nwunye ya. Onye nke lekọọ ka ya na ya marry ya together, leave that person. Now that is my own opinion. Don't beg for follower. Happen they lobby for follower. They've lobbied some, open shop for them. They've lobbied some, pay rent for them. Rent that they go problem not they finish. Only wait for people that will genuinely follow you. Those are the ones that will say for better for once. So that is the little thing I will say. I thank you so much, Uncle Chooks. Every day, Chukwu Debrayendo, we will come here to do the needful. For the fact that our leaders did it and their works are speaking for them today, we will keep on doing the needful until we get to where we are going. But while you are in this vehicle called Biafra, do not litter your corner. Do not defecate on your corner. Do not drag the steering wheel with the driver. Because if anything should happen, both you and the driver will be consumed. That is the little thing I will say this afternoon. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, brother Akonyawocha. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that very contribution. Can we have one last word from our beloved sister Ojubo as we close finally? If you're still there, let's hear your last word before we close up the program.
I'm still there, but I said, he said to the prayer of Akonyawocha, let Chukwu grant our prayer. Give us that courage, that strong-minded, that knowledge to know what we actually want for this Biafra. Do we really want freedom? Do we really want freedom for our people? Do we really understand that our people are suffering? Or are we there for our own selfish end? If you are tired, because we can be tired, we are human.
Yes.
Step aside, recruit yourself, retreat yourself, and then come back. Somebody brought you, somebody did not bring you, will not make you a good Biafra. Even if you heard somebody brought you, you still know what is good and evil. So follow your heart and stamp the one. If you don't have anything that inspires you, may the spirit of Nnamdi Kanu and that of Simon Ekpa inspire you to stand the one, to follow the right direction. Amen. He say, thank you.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. I appreciate you for that amazing closing remark. And fellow Biafrans that have been with us from the beginning of this program up to this, I appreciate every one of you, and I say, may Chukwu Okukabiyama continue to guide and protect all of us. May Chukwu Okukabiyama guide and protect our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. May Chukwu Okukabiyama guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. May Chukwu Okukabiyama guide and protect our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nandegan. We pray that our leaders shall regain their freedom as soon as possible. And we pray for more strength, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding for all our leaders. Thank you so much for being part of this program. We will meet again, hopefully in the evening, and again tomorrow. Thank you and stay safe. Remain blessed.
Biafra na mekele unu niile nke a bụ nke anyị nwa adeti na ijele nwanyị bịa kenemi ọkwa gị bụrụ okwu ekene n'afa ndị otu Biafra is our hope and the Biafra is our religion. Nkọdị na nwata chi eze amụ n'obi bụ onye iwere ya wesị ya kene gị o adụmegwu Chukwu ike mba one of Biafra land mmanwụ be m odogwu n'eli akara ya dike nwafọ ndị Igbo jiri dị ebube biga n'ebe ichebele mmanwụ be m Abuzigbo odogwu eji mara Igbo niile odogwu eji mara Biafra bịa adụmegwu Chukwu ọpa gị si ekene lụgị Philip Efiong abụzikwa nwoke kwuru okwu wee kwụsị okwu si na Biafra ya ekunye na ya bụ Biafra ya tụrụ ugo wenata na bụrụ na ya bụ Biafra ekunyigo n'ọkụ ọgụlị nwata n'aka na ele ọba gị isi ekene lụgo onye ndu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu Amadike Biafra kedu ebe ị nọ dike Amadike Biafra bịa
None whatsoever. I came out of
from
my case and cannot try my case. There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not know. It is my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you today. Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I sent a petition to
Dr. NgoziOrabueze
for personal gain.
Her son
and her husband are facing corruption charges.
They
told them they complete me. This is what happens. Nobody wants to do it. That's the problem. They sent her to my case. So they can
Biafra government in they don't exile cabinet. I know I can.